Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? Write 666 in the chat if you can hear me. No one's writing. Let me see. Okay. I'm seeing 666. Okay, great. It's just like really delayed, maybe. I don't reach it. Oh, okay. 999. What's that mean? You can only hear me partially? Two-minute delay. Okay. So how's everybody doing? Hey, Emperor
2 minutes
Penguin.
late, we already have people being parasocial.
Oh, 2 minutes late. I thought he meant 2 minutes. The delay between like when I spoke and.
Is the audio not okay?
But no, I think the audio is good, right? Everyone's writing 666. You should do a gaming stream in the future. I mean, I did last time. Last stream, I played Diablo for a bit. Hello to Chile. That's awesome. So who's watching the football game today? Would I play Diablo 2 at some point instead of 4? I mean, maybe at some point. Hello, pan-fried gator balls.
I should let people trickle in for a bit. And then,
Yeah. I won't jump on the Ireland picks right this minute. There's only 50 watching right now, so let people come in. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Yeah, because isn't what is it? The football.
yeah, it's the World Cup final.
The World
I think
Cup
it's right
final.
now.
Yeah, I think it started at 2, didn't it?
Or something.
Is it
or
already
maybe
started?
Later. I don't know. I know a lot of people will be watching that.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Is this makeup or you just avoid the sun at all costs? So I do avoid the sun because I'm a natural redhead and I just like burn in the sun really bad. And yeah, but I'm also wearing makeup. I mean, it's not white makeup. It's just like normal skin tone makeup, but it is like the palest that they have because I'm pretty pale because of the being a redhead, avoiding the sun, you know. Oh, it starts in an hour. Okay. Hello. Hello, Abraham. You have 2 screens on. One me, one the final. Okay, good. That's what everyone should do. They should keep my stream on and then they can just watch the game on the different screen. I was going to do like a counter for the scoreboard, but I have like no idea how to do that. So
That I don't even know what copyright, and I feel like
oh
that's
yeah,
just very dangerous.
yeah. You're almost never on time for anything. Glad to be here. I'm glad you made it. Ugh, my nose is still running from that cold. It's crazy how long that shit lasts. Would I visit Chile or any country in Latin America? I definitely would. I would love to visit South America and Latin America. It would be amazing.
There's actually probably, I was thinking about this, there's probably no country that's not worth visiting.
I agree.
Literally every country
I agree.
is worth visiting.
I definitely agree with that. Wait, what? You're a natural redhead? Yes, I am. You can see, like, I literally, it hasn't even been a week, and you can already see the red roots growing in. It drives me crazy. I look so natural as a brunette. You would have never known that I was a ginger. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think dark hair suits me well. It's dramatic, I guess. I have like dramatic features, so like dramatic darker hair works on me, but I wish, because like, trust me, like when all the makeup and everything comes off, my eyebrows disappear, my eyelashes disappear. You'll see in the pictures. Because when I take vacations, I don't usually wear makeup. I'm on vacation. Forgot to say I love your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Have I received gifts on here yet? No, I don't think so.
We don't have monetization.
Yeah, we don't. I can't monetize yet. I think I have to do like a certain amount of hours before I can start monetizing.
Soon, though, and you'll never hear the end of it.
What's that mean?
No, just kidding. No, we'll make some perks and some membership stuff and cool emotes and just...
Right. You're not a sports guy, so this has my attention. Well, yeah, I kind of, like, I don't know enough about a lot of sports, so it's, like, kind of boring for me to watch since I don't understand what's going on, but sometimes it's like, okay to watch. Like if I'm at a bar, like, having a drink and they have it on, I'll kind of watch, but most of the time I have no idea what's happening. Hey, Azriel. Do I dye my hair weekly to hide the red? I used to do that. Like back when I had the mohawk, I would literally dye it every week. And I don't do that anymore, really, just because I just don't have time to constantly be doing it. But I do it like once a month, at least. Yeah. But they also make like black hairspray. So like if I need something in a pinch, I'll just like spray the roots and it hides it pretty good.
Yeah, you can't do super chats or anything like that until they allow monetization. So
yeah, I don't even know what any of that stuff is. Super chats.
Yeah, you'll see. It's basically a chat where people write on here and then it pops up on screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Hello, welcome in. Your tattoos are awesome. Thank you. I read just the other day that they want to ban tattoo parlors, like tattoo parlors that are like 1,000 feet from like schools or churches. They want to ban them in South Carolina. Crazy. That is. You always wanted to ask how I came across Devil Doll music, Tears from Syria. So I first heard about Devil Doll back in like, I want to say it was like 2001. It was a really long time ago. It was, I think it was one of the girls that was in, God, what band was it? Do you remember? It was one of these black metal bands, Emperor or something like that. And and she actually used to talk to my sister, and she told my sister about Devil Doll and Sopra Aeternus and like a few other bands, and I've just like been obsessed with Devil Doll ever since.
That's cool. You have watchers from Syria. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's amazing.
That's
That's really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
They're an
Thanks for tuning in.
international community.
Yeah, I know. I love how international my community is. It's amazing. It's cool you still have your natural red color, though. Some of my redhead friends went brunette or blonde by 30. Yeah, I mean, it's red hair like doesn't really go gray too early. Like I think it's like one of the colors that goes gray like not as soon as a lot of other hair colors, but I I'm not really. It's mine's still pretty red, but I dye it so much I can't even tell anymore if it's going gray or not. Oh, the train. Oh, okay. Oh, so they can see. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I tried a different thing in Streamlabs and it's not working out.
So glad that you're doing live chats. Love your Instagram posts. Always wonder what drew you into cosplay. Well, I mean, to be honest, like cosplay has kind of popped off and blew up, and it's not like I was always kind of not that interested in doing cosplays because in the beginning because I liked doing more like original outfits and just doing like my own thing. But it got very popular and I started doing a few and I kind of did enjoy it because I think it is another fun way to get creative and be artistic. So there's not too much pushback against it. I enjoy doing it for the artistic expression part of it. But I also like doing like original designs and I wish I can do more original designs, but it's fun always like bringing your favorite characters to life though. So I can see like where the appeal is for sure. South Carolina's ass backwards. I mean, I was surprised to hear it was like I would expect it to be like Arkansas or like one of those Alabama, yeah, like Alabama or like one of those places to do it first. But
Well, it's not like tattoos were banned in New York City until like
yeah, I know.
1997, so it's actually very interesting history. So it's not like there's no history of censorship when it
Right,
comes to that, but
right. But it's just like, what's the point of going backwards when you've already gone forwards?
yeah,
It's just so bizarre.
right.
Here's a tough question for you. Would you get rid of all of your tattoos for the man of your dreams if you asked you to? I mean, most likely he wouldn't be the man of my dreams if he wanted me to get rid of all my tattoos. Maw. That's a great name for a chest tattoo. I love that. Speaking of tattoos, nice choice for the outfit. We're having a great view of the maw. Hello from Serbia. How are you? Hi. I am doing good. I'm like reading chat because the questions are coming in.
Yeah, you should answer all of them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because like banning tattoo parlors is crazy. I enjoyed last week's talk about current events and the landscape we're living in. Fuck the power. Yeah, the landscape it's getting. I mean, after this week, like that unhinged ass. It wasn't a rant. It was I don't even know what it was. A conference. Yeah. That unhinged ass conference that Stephen Miller did is the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. Just straight up, like saying how people that go and protest are deformed and scar their bodies. I mean, I wonder what he's talking about, scarring their bodies and stuff. They're just trying to rile people up to hate like certain groups of people, and that's very scary and very crazy. Just at 6 hours getting work done in a sleeve. I'm always amazed when I see people with neck tats. How badly did yours hurt? So like there are people always think that the neck hurt the most, and for me, I don't really remember the neck as bad. Like it did hurt like here and like up back here. People always are like afraid of the Adam's apple area, but I don't know. It's just I don't remember the neck hurting as much as like the sternum on my chest and like the back, like in the spine and stuff. And actually like the shoulder blades hurt like a bitch. Like it's like the certain spots. Fingers hurt a lot too. Usually like spots with like no, like just straight bone are like horrendous. You dropped everything you're doing just to come see you. Well, thank you. Does my sister still model as well? I remember the earlier years you two worked together. Just curious. Hopefully she's doing well. She doesn't really model anymore. Like, she's just not that interested in it. But she does cross stitching though. She cross stitches. Martial arts poser. Street Fighter 2 cosplay, or did you do karate, etc.? You have a mean kick. No, I don't do karate. I'm definitely a martial arts poser. My last design, Belle, is really cool. The wig is amazing. Thank you. That was definitely a filler set, but it actually turned out like better than I thought. It's different from like a lot of the stuff I've done, and like that's another quick fix I'll do. Like when the roots are growing in, I'm like, throw a wig on. There we go. Is there a possibility of ever doing a non-cosplay looks calendar in the future? I mean, maybe possibly. Like, of course, lately with all of the crackdowns and like me just like not reaching people anymore, like all of my print sales are down. Literally everything is just down. So it's hard for me to think about like adding anything new to the store, but you know.
I think the plan would be if if they actually do start cracking down even more aggressively and we can't do the 2 versions of the cosplay calendar.
Yeah.
Then maybe a cosplay calendar and
yeah,
kind of like an original look goth calendar.
Like yeah.
But just out of necessity.
Right. But I do have a magazine. I print a magazine every 3 months with looks, and it's like the cosplays are in there, so it's just like additional photos from the shoots, and it'll be some of the cosplays, and it'll be all the other shoots that I do throughout the month. So I think there's like, yeah, there will be like 9 different looks in each magazine that I release. You remember me from the start of my career, and you've grown so much and evolved. Can't wait to see what more you do. Thank you so much. I mean, hopefully I can keep doing this, but it's getting harder and harder. I mean, not only because I obviously am just, getting old, unfortunately, but it's hard to just keep up like stamina wise and everything, but and just the health issues that are coming and all this stuff. And of course, the landscape changing, the platforms changing, everything changing. Hopefully I can continue to keep doing this. My chess piece reminds you of the engineer from Hellraiser. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the artist is definitely inspired by Hellraiser and Diablo and all of the cool stuff. Eager. I love your original outfits. They have been great inspirations for your wardrobe. Oh, thank you. I always love inspiring people. I think inspiration is what keeps things not shitty. Natural redhead. Yep, I'm a natural redhead. I never really wanted a tattoo. Now, after a kidney transplant, I can't get one and want one. Oh, that's crazy. A kidney transplant's got to be pretty wild on the body and stuff. Your proportions are extremely perfect. Is it hard to stay in shape? Thank you. I don't have a hard time staying in shape. I've kind of always been like leaner and thinner, like on the thin side. Mainly because I just don't have a taste for like carbs and like fried food and things like that. So I never really have a problem staying in shape. And I mean, I like working out. I like the way it feels, because you start to get kind of like low energy and stuff if you don't work out every day. I from Denmark ever consider coming here for the Copenhagen Metal Fest? I mean, that'd be awesome. I'd love to visit Denmark.
They used to have a cool one called Heavy Days in Doomtown, but they don't do it anymore.
Yeah, it was Heavy Days in Doomtown, wasn't it? Yeah, I know. We like literally were about to go to that one, and then I don't remember why we couldn't.
Probably sure it was COVID. No, it wasn't.
No,
we were in Europe.
That was way before COVID. Yeah. In Ohio, they're wanting to ban cosplay and control what people wear in public. Banning of tattoo parlors or tattoos reminds me of how Japan used to be about tattoos. Yeah, I mean, isn't Japan still like, at least like in certain like gyms and spas, you still can't even show your tattoos?
Yeah, but now it's linked to a political thing, right? Like they're not trying to ban it because it's like Yakuza or organized crime. They're trying to ban it because
they don't want young kids to get inspired or like see it and be like, I want to do that.
They want to conflate people with tattoos with people who don't like the admin, and they're trying to demonize them, which I don't really know how that's gonna go, because literally like tattoos are destigmatized now. So,
and I mean, that's crazy. They want to ban cosplay. Why? That's so weird.
Actually insane how puritanical this country is.
Yeah, I think it's also weird that they link cosplay to like adult content only. Like, that's so stupid. I watched The Ritual based on your recommendation last time. I went in blind and was pleasantly surprised. That's awesome. Yeah, The Ritual, like, I remember being like, what a gem. There was another one on Netflix too called Apostle, which I kind of was like surprised because it was kind of cool. It kind of folky, and I think I remember that one being kind of cool. The same vein as Ritual, kind of. I don't think painful is the right word, but the solar plexus was the craziest feeling spot I've had tattooed. Where is that exactly? Where's the solar plexus? Do you know?
Probably sternum, right? Oh no, yeah, it's right under the sternum.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I disagree. I think the palm of your hand is the most painful place you could get.
Wouldn't know.
Also, blacking out your nipples and belly button is also very painful.
Yeah, getting the inside of your belly button tattooed.
Yeah, probably. It feels like it has a root. So every time the needle touches it, it just kind of vibrates all the way to your spine.
Yeah, your host giving me ideas to shave my head and get a head tattoo. Same. He's been trying to talk me into shaving my head and tattooing it.
You should encourage her to shave her head and get her head tattooed.
Look, it's not that I wouldn't. It's not that I don't want to. I think it looks amazing. I'm just too much of a pussy, okay? Because that shit seems like it would fucking hurt.
I'll say this much to anybody. it doesn't matter if you're balding or not or anything like that. I think everybody should shave their heads and tattoo it. Men, women, NBs, everybody. And you'll always have that tattoo underneath. So even if you do go bald eventually, you'll have a cool tattoo there.
Right. I mean, I agree with that, but I mean, easier said than done. That's
well,
still
the process like is also the process is very cathartic actually, because the skin is already stretched. So the artist doesn't have to stretch the skin. So it goes pretty fast.
I mean, still seems like it's so painful.
I think everybody, bro. I don't care what age you are, everybody. You're 18, get your head tattooed, your whole body, everything.
I look like an old Victorian painting of a queen. Thank you. Even a mix of original looks and cosplays would be fun. I do buy the magazine too. I'm just not going to mingle them to hang on the wall like a calendar. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't hang a magazine on the wall. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Howdy and good afternoon. Hope you're well. Thank you. Same to you. And you haven't even taken the magazines out of the plastic sleeve. You don't want a fingerprint on the page. Yeah, I mean, because like I get why you'd want to keep them all like mint condition and stuff. I kind of figured like collectors would definitely do that. That's pretty cool though. Because you all are keeping them all like mint condition and stuff. What do my workouts look like? I just rotate like abs and legs. So, and I do like 6 days a week, and then I'll take like a break day. Like today I took a break day just because I need to have like time to do makeup and be done everything to be done at 2 to stream. But normally I'll do sit-ups for the abs. I'll do leg lifts. What else do I do? Bridges. And then for leg day, I'll do squats with the barbell, and I think I do 75 pounds now. I was doing more, but then I got like an injury. I do lunges. I do, what else do I do? I can't remember everything. I do, yeah, lunges and like donkey kicks with the leg band thing. Do I remember what year I got my chest tattoo done? I think it was 2017.
Yeah,
I want to say.
2017.
Yeah,
it was the year after we moved to Austin.
Yeah. I should start a death metal band and give us my best death metal scream. I'd probably give myself a terrible sore throat if I did that, and then I'd probably get sick. It's all about control. They want a religious theocracy, or technocracy, which is actually just like a techno-feudalism in poor disguise. Yep. Control the people, no fun allowed, no dissent, no outsiders, nothing. Yep, I agree. That's definitely what they're... I mean, if anybody has read Project 2025, that's pretty much what they are working towards. And they've already gotten a lot of it done. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the religious fundamentalists and the right-wingers are Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation, and they have this unholy alliance with the tech pros, right? So, of course, it's theocratic techno-feudalism. And it sucks.
The outside appearance, black hearts, inside rainbows. Absolutely. 100%. But aren't all, like, most alternative people that way? That's what I love about the alternative community. And they want to paint the alternative community like we're all just, like, evil Satanists that want to, like, kill babies or something. And it's like, no, not at all. We actually love humanity, and we love people, and we want everyone to thrive and be happy and safe. It felt like I could feel the needle vibrating the air inside my lungs. It was wild. Yeah, it's like, because like with tattooing, not only do you have to deal with the pain of the needle entering the skin, you also have to deal with sitting still for hours, and you also have to deal with like other just like weird feelings that your body doesn't normally feel. So it's definitely an experience. The top of the head is the most painful. Oh.
No, it's not. It's the best place. It's the easiest.
Because I thought
sure.
you were saying the very front feels like you're like being scalped.
Yeah, but like in a good way.
You're being scalped in a good way.
Yeah, because it's cathartic. Because you know that you're doing something that's kind of taboo, but because it's your body, I think it's the ultimate form of freedom, right? It's your body. You do what you want with it. This is kind of the argument about people that are trans too. It's the ultimate form of freedom, right?
Exactly.
Because if you don't have freedom over your own body, every other form of freedom is just a social construct anyway. So it's a pipe dream.
Yeah, exactly. Very true. Tattoos are just so expensive nowadays. I mean, yeah, I think that, like, especially with good tattoo artists, they deserve to get obviously paid for that time. But yeah, if you're getting like a big piece, like a big back piece or like thighs and stuff, I mean, yeah, it'll run you pretty expensive, but it's worth it because, I mean, you're wearing that thing to your grave.
Yeah, people will hesitate and they'll be buying a new iPhone every year, but then they won't want to get a tattoo session that's the same price as the iPhone, and you have that forever.
I met you in Sibiu at Transylvania Tattoo Convention. I have a picture with both of us. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, God, that was a long time ago. I love how the tattoos up your neck darken your neck and articulate your perfect jawline. It's like a shadowed effect of a perfectly chiseled statue. Thank you. You keep the prints you bought in a plastic in the cardboard envelope that they came into. That's cool. I hope one day that they'll be worth something, or that you keeping them in mint condition like that will like somehow, I don't know, what if they like end up in a museum or something? That'd be so cool. Speaking of your magazine, do you have a European store? Current customs fees between the US and EU are hopeless. Unfortunately, like I don't, because I just sell them like off of my store. Like I order them, they come to me so that I can sign them and everything. And then I can only sell them from where I'm at. But I mean, like I've thought about like if I travel back to Europe, like bringing like a suitcase full of stuff, and then it'd be like easier to sell from Europe, because I know that the shipping costs are just astronomical. They're crazy. You want archival white gloves? The graphic novels are pretty much anything with images. You're always shocked when I mention my age. I barely look over 30. Thank you. I try to keep up. Politics against cosplay and tattoos, or expression in general, people stripped down to minimalist. Will that even be enough? I know. Well, it wouldn't be enough because they're also going after thoughts.
Yeah, so they will always go after marginalized people first.
Yeah.
And now they've gone through enough marginalized people where to otherize them, and nothing changes in society, obviously, because the material conditions are still shit. So they went through the immigrants, they went through trans people, now they're whispering about tattooed people, and I guess cosplay, but eventually it's just to get rid of everybody that doesn't agree with their horrendous worldview.
Right. Not all evil Satanists want to kill babies. That's right. Not all of them. Only some of them. Evangelists and tech bros liked the Matrix for all the wrong. Oh god! Don't even. I think that's so funny about the Matrix.
Specifically, the Matrix. Yeah.
I mean, about how do you even watch that and come away thinking that that's like.
Especially when it was confirmed what it actually is, right? It's a trans allegory. It's about transformation. It's
right, especially now. But even before that, it was still kind of obvious. Is Mr. Producer Partner from a country with an authoritarian history. He knows what's up. Love the accent. Um,
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
but I didn't really live through the authoritarian part. I'll tell you this much: nobody has an excuse to not know what's up right now. Everybody all around the world has access to information, so there really is no excuse. I'm from Romania. By all accounts, I should be a huge anti-communist, and I should be just loving everything here. And I love America. I love Americans, but the system sucks, and it's very easy to see what's happening.
Have I seen anything about the conservative goths? They wear more makeup than you, but they're spouting neo-Nazi talking points. Oh my god. Like, I feel like that's gonna have to be like a whole like different time to talk about that, because it will take me so long to talk about how absurd and ridiculous that whole movement. I don't even know what it is. I wouldn't even call it a movement. Like,
It's not.
It's so absurd though, and it is. It's like kind of like the trad goth thing that came back, and it's just so weird.
I'll say this much: conservative goth is like gazelles that support lions.
Yeah.
Right? Like prey supporting predator. That's what that is.
Right. Because it's like what we always say. You can be conservative and be goth, but you're a poser. Like, you don't know what the movement's about then. Like,
well, also, if
literally
they support,
antithetical
if they support a conservative future and a conservative world, if that reaches fruition, it would basically get rid of all subcultures, goth, punk, of everything.
I mean, they're literally trying to take people's freedoms away from just expressing themselves, like, with how they look. Do they really think that they're gonna, like, spare, like, basically, like, gothic clown makeup or whatever they're doing with the trad stuff, where they're... I mean, I see, like, all kinds of drawings on the face, and I mean, I know that's, like, the trad, but the newer trad, neo-trad, is, like, very over the top. They really think that they're gonna want that around. It's so ridiculous.
It's 100% just the decay of internet culture. I think a lot of these people are very young. Obviously, they grew up through COVID. The internet is very manipulated now, and yeah, I think that they're off.
Do I change my hairstyle and color for all your photo shoots, or are they all wigs? It's like mostly if it's colorful, like my recent release that came out yesterday, Belle, with the pink hair. I mean, that's a wig, because there's no way I can go from like black dye to pink, because my hair will literally melt off my head if I did that. But yeah, for the most part, I use like hair pieces or like extensions and things like that. Like, if it's black, if it's not black, then it's definitely wigs. Do I use a second skin dry heal or use Aquaphor for my tattoos? I've dry healed. I've done all of it. All of it I've done. I did second skin on this one. Remember healing that one with a second skin. I usually do end up using Aquaphor though, just because I don't like the way like dry skin feels. It kind of drives me crazy. So I will end up putting some kind of lotion. I usually just do like Aveeno. The Aquaphor is kind of thick. Like, I'll use Aquaphor once it finishes peeling, because putting, like, thick Vaseline or something, like, over top of, like, peeling tattoo skin is, like, ugh. I want something a little bit more, like, watery. Will I ever tattoo my torso and continue with more organic bio in the future? I mean, for sure. So, like, the torso, I heard, is also insanely painful. So, I mean, I want to. Obviously, I want to, like, tattoo my whole body, but I'm also getting to the point where it's just, like, it's also exhausting, like, going through all of that. But I do need to do my other leg, like, the shin part of my other leg. That would be my next tattoo. Tech bros and conservatives were never big on reading comprehension. Yeah. Is that a thing, conservative goths? It is actually becoming
It's an
a thing.
online thing.
It's an online thing.
It's online. I have not seen one in the wild.
Like, I wouldn't say it's a thing as in, like, it's actually a movement, but there are people online who I think have been brain rotted into thinking. Like, it's the dumbest take, because they will say that being conservative and goth now is goth because it's basically like being anti-establishment against the establishment. So because goths are mostly not conservative, they're going to be conservative because it's like the opposite.
Yeah, it's a weird reverse psychology thing, which would basically mean that they would have to change their positions every 4 years. If the left wins, that there should be right wing. Right. If the right wins,
which usually ends up just kind of revealing itself that they are just Nazis. Because
I think they're politically illiterate and they're reactionary right wingers. Yes. And that's it. They're bigoted. They always have some bigoted opinion. They are almost always transphobic. You'll see. I mean, you don't have to scratch a lot to see beneath the surface.
Yeah, conservative goth. Yes, pretty strange. Definitely strange. I mean, like, when I first heard, like, so I grew up, like, my parents are conservatives, and my whole, like, existence is pretty much a reaction to that, because I always thought it was just ridiculous to be told to do things that isn't even hurting other people. Like, you're doing things that make you happy and you're told not to, just because the conservative way is to basically be like button up and stay very formal and things like that.
And in your lane and not be an individual.
Yeah. Like, I understand, like, being against doing things that hurts people, but nothing that most alternative people are doing is hurting anybody. It's just like sex workers who are hardcore conservatives. Like, how do they know that they are also a target? I know that's also blows my mind. I mean, it blows my mind more, I think, with alternative people, because alternative literally was a reaction to conservatism. Sex work, it's more of like a lifestyle. I mean, it's both lifestyles, but like, sex work is still also like very much a reaction to like this puritanicalness, though.
I mean, it's a job, right?
Though. It's a job. It's a job, but I think, yeah, it's just people who choose it. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's weird. It's weird because if you read a history book, I read a book called Sex and the Constitution, and it's really interesting to watch the pendulum swing. And it was always, every time conservatives would get in power, they would immediately start targeting sex work and anything like that, you know, porn and all of that. It was they would go after that stuff. And obviously after LGBTQ, always the first things that they wanted to stop. And it just makes no sense. And then every time a Democrat would get in there, they would walk it back a little bit, and then a conservative would come along and then push back further. But even though the Dems now are like, they don't do shit, they'll still like try to walk back some of this stuff. Like, instead of just pushing us, or not walk back, but like push forward to progressiveness instead of going back. Like, the conservatives keep taking everything. Isn't Kat Von D conservative now? I think so. I think it started out with the anti-vax stuff, and then just
that was COVID and bricked everybody's
just straight
brain
rot.
Yeah. And bigotry, though. Like, I don't want to excuse you. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't know politics and they don't understand policy and they think it's boring, so they're just very reactionary, but it's because they're bigoted. And I don't understand how a gothic person can be a bigot. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's a contradiction, because the bigots want to get rid of the goths eventually, right? They'll use them as allies now, just like it happened with the skinhead movement, right? They were anti-racist, and then they were, taken over by Nazis.
Yeah. And it's the same with like the satanic panic that was going on and stuff like that. That's why I think it's so crazy for like goths and alternative people to back that stuff. I mean, it was the conservatives who had the whole satanic panic thing going on where they literally were like attacking anybody who listened to like metal, wearing black clothing. How do they not see themselves as that? They really think that that can't come back. And they really think that it's like trans people or woke people that are going after them. Why do they think that that like progressives are attacking them? Like they don't. It's interesting.
It's online, and I think a lot of it was fueled by cancel culture and woke scolding. So then that kind of fueled this idea that you're a rebel if you do very cancel-worthy things. But again, that's only online. The consequences of these politics are very real for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is for sure. I'm guessing you mean wigs, because you said, do I style my wings on my own? But I think you mean wigs, and I do. I style all that stuff on my own. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. The popes and the child abuse and all stuff. I mean, they will cherry pick all these things, which usually aren't even true anyway. Like there aren't really any. And then they just completely ignore churches and all this stuff, like the millions of stories about abuse that goes on in churches and stuff. It's just like, it's crazy. And I don't understand why they get to have the power to do that. Yeah, let's not forget all the keyboard Discord goth poser edgelords who never set foot in a club and have digital footprint full of Nazi imagery. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they don't want to set foot in the club because they know that people will.
No. You know why? Because they're posers and they don't want to pay the social tax of walking around in public, being visibly alternative, because they might get bullied by real life actual bigots. And that's the real litmus test: is going to a club and going out like that. And if you go to a golf club, you will be exposed to all kinds of minorities, all kinds of people, and you will be tolerant.
I agree. Don't cover my belly, that. I don't know if I would got like a whole torso piece. I think I'd have to, but they are pretty like iconic. I've had those things for years. Am I going to get rid of Max on my foot?
On my Shrek? Oh,
yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, it's being lasered off. If I could shapeshift into becoming one of the cosplays that I've done, even temporarily, which one would I pick and why? Probably Lilith, because she's just badass. And she's like a hot badass, and so. She's like very powerful. Goth conservative is a fucked up mindset. Not enough political education and maybe too much brain rot too. I mean, it's definitely mostly brain rot. But there's also like no education, especially in this country. It stems from lack of understanding, which generally to us humans leads to fear, and that fear turns into anger because we don't understand it. Impotent fear and anger boils over into censorship. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what the most nefarious thing of all is the people deciding this stuff, they're not scared. They know what they're doing. And I think it's unfair because fearmonger and they say all of these things that they don't believe.
Well, and then that's why these scandals are so hilarious. And how do people not move on from that?
Right.
So they'll go after
Right.
sex work. They get caught, engaging in sex work. They go after gay people. Grinder fucking blows up when there's a Republican convention. And same with all this, they'll go after trans people, and then you'll see they'll doing, it's not the same thing, but they are flirting with like bimbofication and stuff like that while they're passing the most bigoted laws. It's crazy.
Yes, West Memphis 3, if I want to read a real horror story, yes. Paradise Lost, which is like a 3-part documentary. Horrible. It's just, yeah, I think that's definitely where places like West Memphis are going back to. Like, it's horrible. And hopefully not the entire United States, but maybe one day, if they keep going with this, we will be there. And both of my managers at work are red pill manosphere conspiracy theorists, and it sucks. Ugh.
It's got to be tough. I'm telling you. I think as guys, I'm sure that.
See, I think it's interesting because it's not that I go out and talk to like a lot of people, but I don't really know anybody in like my life that I've really met that are like really like conspiracy theory, like just one of these like crazy nuts. And that's what makes me think a lot of this stuff is online. Like, I don't even think I know anybody who's like they might have voted for Trump, but they're not like MAGA Trumpsters or anything like that. Seems like a lot of it is online. Yeah, I really hope your Dems will be more offensive if they return one day to power. If they get the right Dems, right? We need to get
the Dems, like the actual Dems are not. I think
right.
the
we need Democratic
Socialists, I think the progressives, yeah, they can be pussyfooting around with these Chuck Schumers and these like,
they're bought.
Yeah, they're indistinguishable from Republicans.
Right, exactly. They really are. It's like Christian rock and metal. Like, how do you dare profit now from what you denounced in the past? Yeah. Right. It's odd. And they're like trying to make Christianity all like cool by using like rock. It's like, but you all demonized rock forever. That's how you know that they can never get rid of it, because it just is cool.
And it pops up everywhere. If people would just kind of study, we've seen, there was like heavy metal punk, stuff like that in Eastern Europe. You have it in Arab countries. You have it in all kinds of totalitarian regimes. We saw it in Indonesia. They have punks and stuff and anarchists. And it is natural to be rebellious. And, they won't be able to contain it. There's just a brutal time now.
Exactly. I followed you for a while and really respect this conversation. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy my point of views on things. I think that they're not that crazy for an alternative person. It's a mirror. No, don't people just need to work on themselves? Even if everyone is silenced, they can't escape themselves. Yep. Have I ever done Quiet from MGS?
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Problem with Quiet is that she has, like, her cosplay depends on a massive, oversized sniper rifle. And again, because of how censorship works, I know some people will still use props like that, but you can't really post with weapons and stuff like that unless you want to get deboosted or.
Tell me about one of your oldest favorite band shirts that is still in rotation. Probably like I have a Crass shirt that's very cool. I have a Christ vs. Warhol shirt that I still have, and Castle Grayskull. I don't really wear t-shirts anymore though. Like, ever since I got the boob job, like, I don't like the way t-shirts fit me. They kind of feel like a muumuu because they don't fit like around. Like, they'll just kind of like hang, and then it looks very boxy. So that's unfortunately one thing that I have had to give up lately with like the way I dress, and it's very sad because I love band t-shirts. Like, I know I need to like I can cut them up and like make them fit and stuff, but I don't have time to do any of that stuff anymore. I was about to ask why you love Romania so much, and now I understand it sounds better than the US. Yeah, obviously Romania has like my only criticism with Europe is that it is very, very socially conservative there. Um, when I was living there, and I didn't have the tattoos on the chest or anything then, and people would stare, like really stare and like things like that. But you know, it's all the other stuff with Europe. I like how quaint it is, and I like how there's like cafes everywhere and
Public transit.
public transit.
It's not a driving culture.
Right, it's not driving. Which yeah, that was great. But you know, like when you do meet people who are friendly, like they are very friendly. Like Europeans are very hospitable. They're very friendly. They're very nice. But you know, when you're just like walking in the street, sometimes they'll give you rude stares. They'll you know, shove you with their shoulder or something, like rudely, and it's that I don't miss as much, but because it's undoubtable that like Americans are very friendly, very like they'll do small talk. They're just chill, like.
And I'll confirm this as a Eastern European, right? So I think the American people are the friendliest people that I've met. It's easy to talk to them, easy to hang out, to party. They're underinformed, but they're not like mean people or anything like that. They're just underinformed, ignorant to many things. And in a way, it makes it kind of harder because they're so blissfully unaware. But I still like Americans in that way. Socially, I think they're the best.
Yeah. Like even conservatives for the most part will be like, usually they don't give a shit what you are doing in your life. It's the people in power that want to control. Like, I don't think MAGA really give a shit that I am tattooed like this and I look like this and stuff like that. They're just being manipulated.
For money, for corruption, let's be clear. Like that's what the politicians are getting out of this. They're staying in power and just fleecing us.
Right. It's getting late here in Euroland, but it was great getting to hang out for a while. Mr. Producer, Low Candy, you're wonderful. Sleep well. See, oh yeah, I wonder if we should get on to the. It's getting late in Europe. I'm sure the Europeans are the ones who want to see the.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do Ireland. let's do Ireland then.
What does the producer think about communism? Yeah. Well, you can answer that one real quick.
Well, I was born in communism, right? I was born in communist Romania, and it stopped being communist in '89 when I was 4, and then I grew up for the rest of my life in a neoliberal transitional economy, where I was taught that communism is the worst thing that ever happened, and I can't argue with the results of that, right? Obviously, people were unhappy, miserable, all that stuff, because it was an authoritarian dictatorship, so a lot of people suffered. But I'll say this much. The material suffering that I went through with my family, which wasn't horrible, but still, my mom was a single mom with 3 kids, and she could barely get by, was under neoliberal capitalist policies. Before the revolution, she had a job. My dad had a job, you know, and she still owns the apartment that she got back then. But now me and none of my siblings can buy an apartment in Romania. My mother did under socialism, and now we can't afford to buy houses or anything like that, right? So from my point of view, it was bad, right? I think that we should learn from the mistakes of the past, but what we're doing now under capitalism is not working for the majority of the people. So we should look at other places that maybe did it in a better way. Look at China today. They have socialism with Chinese characteristics. We could probably do socialism with American characteristics. You know, we keep the Second Amendment, we keep freedom of speech, freedom of expression, but otherwise we organize the economy in a more socialist way. And this is when your channel gets banned.
Well, hopefully not. Because you know, opinions are also going to be banned soon too.
Right. All right. Let's get to Ireland.
Yes, Ireland.
That's gonna scare off like half the people. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to browsing.
Oh yeah. It's not on. Okay.
So now you can just use
There we
arrows.
go. Okay. Okay. Does he have socials? No, he's not really an online person. Okay, that's us on the plane. I have my hand ready for the Guinness all the way from the start. There we are in London. So we've landed, and then we found an Irish pub in London. I don't even think we were looking for an Irish pub. We just ended up in one as soon as we got to London, ironically. Because we had to wait until we could check into our Airbnb, so. Producer's name, or do we call him partner or super producer? You can call him producer, but he does have a name, and his name is Attila. Like the Hun, or the Scourge of God. You weren't sure if the Guinness in Ireland thing was just like Foster's in Australia, not really something they drink at home, but it sure was at every pub I went to in Ireland. Yes. And it is as good. It's like better in Ireland than it is here. Because I know that that's a rumor, but the rumor is true that it is better in Ireland. There we are outside of our Airbnb. That's so, the girl on the right is my friend and Attila's friend from Romania. I think she might be in the chat. And that's Attila over there on the left. But I just blocked out faces with smileys because I don't, I got to give people privacy. I can't I didn't want to. Cheers. Okay. And then I'll probably let producer do a lot of explaining because he's much better at speaking than I am. I'm actually a terrible speaker, if you all can tell.
That's not true. I can explain the nerdy stuff. You should just show and explain the photos.
Yeah, he can explain the nerdy stuff. Food. Who doesn't love food? I think that's just like oatmeal with fruit and some Turkish tea back there. The best. And those are mine. Pancakes. And there's a bus and a pole that got in the way of the big red bus that I was taking a picture of the bus. This is the Sea of Funny. Yeah.
That was at the train station. Yeah, we're going.
We were heading to Liverpool.
Yep.
And there's the train that we're taking to Liverpool.
This is
a field in England.
A field in England. Real heads will know.
If you've seen the movie,
yeah,
you'll know that it looks just like that. Super established businesses, because at times it doesn't even look like you're saving souls, because some fathers have it very well with Lamborghinis, like this American father. I can't remember his name. Best sticker, yeah. I mean, the bus is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys don't understand. So all these photos, I want to make something very clear. We are just dumb Americans being tourists. We took photos. We are innocent. We do not support any of these policies. All right. We just took random photos. Okay.
Yeah. Just
we are fully innocent.
Pictures of the sites.
It's just, if there's a fuck for our sticker there, that I don't know what that means.
I don't know if I need this right now. Yeah. It's just just the pictures of the sites. This is a huge window. And there I am over there, all the way in the left corner to show you how massive this window is. It was a very cool window. And then, yes. Have I ever done a She-Hulk cosplay? If not, that would be a #1 request. I have not done a She-Hulk cosplay, but to be honest, after the Mystique cosplay and all the time it went into body painting, and now with my reach being so crap, it just isn't really worth doing body painting, unfortunately. But
it would be cool though.
Maybe in the future. Yeah. I mean, it definitely would be cool. This is just a cool looking building. Also gargoyles. So how many people in the chat have never visited Europe?
Yeah, if you've never visited Europe, type 1 in chat.
Yeah, type 1 in chat if you've never visited Europe.
Yeah, so this is a hotel.
Yeah, this is a hotel.
A hotel, and it has cool gargoyles.
It has gargoyles.
And that's very gothic.
That's a gargoyle. I painted myself blue for Mystique. Yes, I did with a little airbrush. And it took forever. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of people in here who have never visited Europe. Okay. Well, I mean, I hope that this will be kind of fun. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of people who haven't been.
Yeah. So this is a building in Liverpool that's flying a very beautiful flag there.
We don't know what it means. It's just a flag. We're just taking photos. We are innocent bystanders, you know.
Very nice memorial. Love to see a country that supports its people. That's what a country is supposed to do. It's the least you can do. Just sites, you know, just more sites around.
All right. Okay.
I'd recommend Helen's Bar in Towest County, Kerry. If you get a chance, I stayed there a couple nights on my motorcycle tour. Great place to enjoy breakfast while looking out over the bay. Oh, that sounds cute. Anything looking out over a bay sounds so cute. Innocent tour stuff. Yes, extremely innocent. Just there for the sights. Okay, this is the inside of my friend Mikey. He owns a vegan restaurant in Liverpool called Guac and Roll, and he's a really cool dude, and I've known him for a long time.
I can put the link in chat.
Yeah.
Or
this is more photos from around his bar. Because he also does shows there, which is very cool. Unfortunately, he did not have a show the night that we were visiting. Have I been to New Zealand? Unfortunately, I have not.
I should go.
Okay,
go follow his Instagram.
Yeah, this is Mikey's Instagram, Guac and Roll. So if you guys ever find yourself in Liverpool, go give him some business. Cosplay as the Anarchy Rat. That'd be sick. That's not the entrance to the vegan restaurant. That's actually around the toilet. I think I might have a picture from the outside. Maybe in this. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
All right.
I'm Irish. Always wanted to go. I'm assuming you mean like American Irish. Because it'd be really funny if you're in Ireland and you're like, I've always wanted to go. There's flyers and stuff like that. It's cool little, no doctor, no turf, no Tory can tell me what to do with my body. Always on the right side. And a tofu bami. Also like a tofu. I think, yeah, it's because it's vegan, so it's I'm not sure if this is tofu. It might be something else.
Tempeh or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Pho, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was spicy pho. It was very good.
Just more of the sights. The graffitis, beautiful graffitis. Yeah, Murphy's, which is like Guinness but a different brand.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the Irish brand. I mean, they're both Irish, but
yeah, there's some political stuff. It's fine. I don't think we need to get into that.
Let's not. Yeah, let's not. All right. This is like a corn liqueur. That's the drink. But I thought it was interesting, the corn liqueur. First of all, it's from Mexico and getting like a liqueur.
Yeah, it's corn tequila.
Yeah, tequila. Yeah. I thought it was a liqueur. No, it is a liqueur. Yeah. And I think the bottle is cool because it's shaped like a corn. And that's the drink. And this is some Oliver Twist shit. The view from our window inside the Airbnb. I just thought it was like really cute. What I love about Europe is like how narrow the little alleyways are and how close the buildings are like built.
It's because basically everything was built before cars.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big difference between America and American European kind of city planning is that Europe, most of old school Europe and downtowns were built for pedestrians and maybe horses. And maybe horse and carriage, right? So the architecture is very different, narrower streets, cooler buildings. Here, everything's very spread out because there's a lot of space, and it was just built around the automobile.
There's a click on the audio like every 6 seconds. I don't know if I'm the only one hearing it. Does anybody else hear it? Like, I have if there is a click there, I'm just gonna have to apologize because I have no idea how I'll fix that.
Yeah, I mean, it might be. Yeah, I heard it on the recording. I have no idea how to get rid of that.
Oh, that's something to look into. Hopefully we can get it.
Well, if anybody knows in chat.
Yeah, if anyone knows in chat how to fix like a click in the audio. Yeah, I love Murphy's. Yeah. I mean, it like they all kind of taste pretty similar, but there definitely is like
I still like
differences.
Guinness the best.
Yeah, Guinness is so good, but yeah. I like Beamish was pretty good too. Nice graffiti. Let's say it's for the art. It is the art, yeah. I stayed in an Airbnb that said the neighbors don't mind the noise, and when I looked out the window, it was a cemetery.
That's funny.
Oh, you definitely hear the click. So it's like really obvious. Oh, God, that's so annoying. I hope you all aren't like losing your minds.
Well, you should speak more. If you speak more and you speak,
if I speak more, then it just covers the click, and then you don't hear it
all the time. It covers the click because you're speaking all the time.
Okay, this I don't know what this is. It was just a cool thing. This.
What? That is Queen Victoria's memorial, bro.
Okay, I know I'm such an
It's fine,
ass.
It's the peak of the British Empire, so you don't have to, just
This is just it's Guinness time. It always is time for a Guinness.
Yeah, it's just a pub.
Mm-hmm.
We were just walking around the rain.
Just a pub. It was very cute. Took a picture. This was kind of funny because Heaven's Gate is, I think, from Florida, and my friend Mikey had this sticker on his wallet. It was a very random thing. And I think we had like just seen them too. Like,
yeah, we had just seen Heaven's Gate. live in Florida, and then he had the sticker on his wallet.
That's a picture. That's Mikey on the left and his girlfriend in front of the Liverpool sign, being tourists. And this is like a view from the harbor thingy that we were at. These new buildings are so funny. Like, you got the old church back there and then the new building. Love it. And there we are drinking.
Lots of drinking.
Lots of drinking, except there I'm actually not. I'm taking a break and drinking a rose lemonade tonic water. Very good. So these are tattoos. So this is a tattoo from the Rudimentary Peni album cover. I'm sure people who listen to Rudimentary Peni know. And he has the tattoo on his fist, and the other tattoo is on Attila's arm ditch. And I made that tattoo. That was like one of my first tattoos I made because I was like thinking about tattooing back when I was living in Romania, but it just wasn't for me. But that was my first practice tattoo. So.
We didn't know we had accidental matching tattoos.
Yeah, we thought it was funny, so we took a picture. It's like the cat video where the cat twitches every time it hears the click sound. Oh my god, those videos are so funny. Okay, and actually got to drop into my live to see. I'm glad you're here. Glad you made it. Thanks for dropping in.
On the big screen. Behind the image.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, just minimize it.
Okay. So it's not too distracting. Yeah. Did I happen to see the new Masters of the Universe movie? Holy shit, it was awesome. Loved it. I did actually want to go see that, but I didn't get a chance to go see it. I think it came out around the same time as like Backrooms, and I went and saw that one in Obsession instead. I would have rather seen Masters of the Universe, but when it comes to streaming, I'll definitely watch it though. This is like a huge church, right? Massive.
Liverpool Cathedral.
The Liverpool, yeah, and then we're going down. There's like a back way around.
So here's the thing, that down, basically what happened is that there's a giant pit because they had a quarry to dig out all the material to build this giant cathedral. So obviously next to it there's this giant ditch, and they're using that ditch for I guess graves now.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, because there's our band photo, because we're
LARPing like we're a band.
In a band for 2 seconds. Just some more beautiful art. Just some art that's
I think this was so silly though. He's like, what do the investors ever do, bro? Like,
I don't know why he's so sad.
He's sad.
He's really sad. It's a mean thing to say. Yeah, here you go. Now you can.
Okay, yeah. So these were taken last September in Liverpool. So we're making our way from Liverpool to Ireland. And the story with the, like I said, this is a big giant ditch that's next to the church because they had to dig out all the material that they used to build the church. And these are some gravestones. Pretty self-explanatory, but I looked into it and I'm like, why did they all kind of die like that? And I mean, obviously the mortality rate was pretty high back then for all kinds of people, including kids and orphans. And this was actually a Liverpool lawyer that became very rich, and he decided to just donate money to make these headstones for all the orphan kids that had no family or anything that had passed away because, you know, he was a Christian and he believed in last rites and stuff like that. So it was a very nice thing he did. But then it's very weird because you see them; they're all dying kind of like en masse like this, same dates. It's crazy.
Right.
All right.
So that's the story behind those, and there's a lot of them, which is upsetting. Like a very ominous looking over ominously, and you can see like even like here.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah,
if you look
that's
down there, you can see there's people there. So you can see the size of this thing. It's
like,
just enormous.
I don't know if they can see the mouse.
Oh, I'm the one that I thought that was hilarious. It's like a Freemason headstone or thing, and
when were these photos taken? This was in September of last year, so almost a year ago. Oh yeah, the headstone. It's like
so it's erected by the members of the Royal Victoria Lodge, and so it's like Freemasons, and it's like for so and so who ascended to the Grand Lodge above, and I was just cracking up. I was dying laughing because it's such an immature way to put it. He's at the Great Lodge above. Like we're all gonna go to the Great Stream in the sky, or like the Great Tattoo Shop in the sky. The Great Golf Club above.
Right. All right, and this is on the bus. So we took a bus, and then the bus went onto the ferry because we took a ferry. There we are on the ferry eating vegan British breakfast. And then this is just a really cool looking looks like it's like out of Metropolis or something. This building. This is on the ferry, and on the ferry we're headed to Belfast.
Yeah, so we took a ferry. It took about, I would say, 8 hours from Liverpool to Belfast.
Totally off topic, what kind of budget do you think you'd need to pull off a Sylvanas cosplay the way that you'd want? Probably like 1,000? I don't even know. Probably more than that. Yeah, the whole outfit.
I mean, it was 1,000 for the Witch Queen, right? Because we had a 3D printed outfit that we got from a 3D printer in Italy. So I would say
2,000 to 3,000.
I mean, yeah, probably 2,000 would be for that.
Bow
yeah, you have
itself
the bow
is like
and all
1,000.
that. Yeah.
What is this, a ziggurat?
Yeah, it does look like a ziggurat, that building with no windows.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't it look weird? I love it. Cool. Okay, and there we are on ferry taking off. Liverpool. Tip of it. The lighthouse. And these energy thingies. Making energy.
The windmills bothering energy. The whales or whatever.
Right.
However, they are making the Brits more energy independent, I suppose. Right. Obviously I took this photo. I think this is interesting. That looks like some kind of boat that's jacked up on some weird jacked up things. I'm not sure. They must be doing drilling or something. I don't know. I thought it was very cool. The male urge to take photos of just rigs, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. There we are. Song. Bimbo lips. Oh, I just yapping all the time. In the middle of yapping. I'm on the table. There I am, stuffing my face.
Lots of beer.
Yeah. Beer. I'm drinking wine because I love red wine. Am I familiar with the latest pro wrestler, Sabu? If so, then I have an amusing little story for you. I don't know who it is. No, I don't know. I love reading all about the critters like that and around the pylons for the turbines. Yeah. Yes, an oil rig.
See?
Oh, it's
an oil
thundering
rig.
outside.
Oh, it's thundering,
Hopefully it
so-
doesn't knock our power out.
So that's the ferry line we
Yeah.
used. So
Heading the opposite.
halfway on the trip, we met the other ferry that had started in Belfast. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I mean, I'm sure this is very boring for people, but I think it's interesting because it's a very cool way to travel. You get to drink, you don't drive. It's amazing.
And then this is Isle of Man?
Yeah, it's the Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man. I mean, look at how cool that is, right? And then when you sail past, these three line up perfectly. It's very cool. Like, just imagine being there right now. You'd be so peaceful, but probably maybe bored after a bit. Oh yeah, this is a panoramic photo. And we were just goofing around. Oh my gosh.
No,
it just disappeared. No. Okay. I guess I can't zoom in on that one. That's a panoramic photo. Oh, I should shorten it because now it's covering shots. Oh my god, what's happening? There we go. There's Attila's panoramic photo.
This was before Backrooms, by the way. Just to make it clear. All right,
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Okay. Two. Touched it. Okay.
We're in Dublin.
We're
in Belfast. Sorry,
We are in Belfast now.
taking photos of random things.
When I was in Ireland, it was some local Irish friends, and we were accosted by two drunk 14-year-olds and a 16-year-old who all promptly left when we were a bigger group than they expected. Two drunk 14-year-olds. sounds European. I love that, like, people, they just drink at any age there, because it's kind of just like, whatever. This is more stuff, more...
Just sightseeing, it was just stuff.
I mean, this really is just sightseeing around Belfast, though. This isn't even, like, trying to take pictures of stuff. This is just, like, everywhere you look. This is pretty cool, because it's, like, a Guinness thing, but then it's adjusted. And a Guinness.
That was actually the first Guinness on the whole trip.
Random photo of random painting, random photo of random conflicts.
Listen, we're just tourists, okay? We're just
observing. We're just there to observe.
I just took out my phone and I pressed click, or she pressed click, and the stuff was just there. I mean,
yeah, in front of the camera. Cool buildings. That was the backyard of our Airbnb. That is prawn cocktail flavored chips. I thought was very interesting. What I love about Europe is they have, like, the most weirdest flavors of chips. Like
ketchup.
They'll just be like, yeah, ketchup flavored chips, like just these random flavors. And like in Romania, they'll have like Mitch flavored. And
which is kind of like cevapi, or like, it's kind of like kofte, I guess.
It's so funny. And this is Colnard Place.
Yeah, that's where we're staying.
Yeah, that's where we stayed. That was the Airbnb. It was right in the middle of it. And then this is just a castle.
So this is the next day. And
oh yeah.
Okay.
This is on the trip that
You can,
So,
if you go to the browser.
okay, yeah,
Right.
okay, yeah. Yeah, so I have a friend that I've known literally since like live journal times, which is like 2004, 2006. And she's also a YouTuber, but we were in contact with each other. Like it was so random because she wrote to me and I just happened to be wanting to go to Ireland. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Ireland, so we should meet up. And I didn't even expect her to like take me all over the place. And she had all these things planned for me. And she took me and Attila and Andrea all over the place. It was like amazing. And yeah, so this is her YouTube. And she's also a goth girl like me. How many years young am I? I am 43. Have I had lemonade chips? Dip them in white icing and it tastes like a crispy lemon meringue pie. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Did I see a leprechaun? I don't know if that's I don't know if that's appropriate. Okay, how do I get back to But yeah, so she took us all over, and I'm going to show you all the places that she took us, and it was really awesome. It was really awesome meeting her, first of all, because it's like when you meet people online, it's always fun when you've like chatted with them for a while and stuff. Yeah, it was very, very hospitable, very nice. Nice of her to do this. Okay, so that's the wrong. Should I downsize this or?
Okay.
Okay, and this is going through the
Other side of town.
The other side of town. You got this dude on a horse up here, and this other lady in the pink. Okay. The queen, I think it was, and then here is just like sights around because it's kind of cool. We don't have stuff like this here. This is like a cool abandoned insane asylum that she took us to. And this is
Yeah, I could put the Wikipedia in chat if people want to read about it. So that is called Carindu House.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a BC.
Yes.
Yeah, so it used to be like some kind of manor, and then it became like I think it was a hotel for a while, and eventually it was just abandoned. So we got to do some urban exploration.
Yes. It's really cool. Random question: what is your guilty pleasure food that I like? Probably like, I guess pizza. Like, I don't know. No, I'll have to think about that one. Probably like Pop-Tarts or something. This is not, by the way, the mansion. This is just like a little part of it.
Yeah, that's the gatehouse.
Yeah, that's the gatehouse, and then we had to hike up this hill. It was a bit of a hike. It was maybe like a 5-minute hike, and then you get to this thing, which is very cool, right? And there's this tree you can see. Toxic Tears is next to it, and she's very tiny because this tree is very huge. Yeah, that's why you need local friends who can take you to places that you're not supposed to be. Exactly. And this is actually true, right? Every time that I've had like an amazing time on a trip, it's usually when I have a guide, because the guide knows where to take you so that you actually experience the country and you're not just like going to all the tourist places and things like that. Of course, the tourist places are also nice to visit, but you also want to experience the country, right? So I think if you are able to find a guide, or if you have a guide, I recommend traveling with a guide, because it will make the experience better. Especially if you're in a country like, obviously in Ireland, it's not a problem because I speak English. But if you would visit a country where you don't speak the language, it's a bit more difficult to travel, especially outside of touristy areas. So having a guide is like, it's so amazing. And then that's a little fairy house. Cute it is. And then this is going into the mansion, abandoned mansion. There's our band photo. Because we're in like many bands, you see. This is more of the mansion. Sound. It's just a cool thing. I mean, it's kind of crazy that wood is still holding up. That's kind of disturbing. I'm the prettiest model you've ever seen. Oh, well, that's very sweet, because there's a lot of very hot people online. This is like a very, I just love the framing of this. It's very cool. And even that gets a little bit of graffiti on it. Nothing remains. If I'm into abandoned insane asylums, then I should play The Suffering on PS2 and Xbox. It's about an abandoned prison mental facility that becomes possessed. That's kind of cool. That sounds very cool. I mean, it like makes like the abandoned stuff like makes me think of Silent Hill, which is very cool, because I didn't know that was based on Centralia. And I used to live like an hour from Centralia when I was growing up, when I was very, very young. And I grew up in Pennsylvania, and I was like, I've driven through Centralia. And I think that's so crazy when I found out that was actually like based on that. There I am going down into this strange thing that this was down there. This. And there's a ghost. And walking through. And then here is an interesting little. I'll let him explain this, because he was.
So there's like hiking trails, obviously all over the world, and there's this one called the International Appalachia Trail, and I'll put this also in chat, the Wikipedia, because basically this trail in Ireland, the Appalachian Trail here in the U.S., and even a big chunk of this mountain range in North Africa were all part of the same original mountain range back in Pangaea, when it was just one giant continent. And then the continents broke apart, and now they're spread out like this with oceans and stuff. And I just thought it was cool, because they have a thing about it there. So you could walk through places in Ireland and walk through places in like Virginia, and basically it's the same mountain, except with, like millions of years apart.
Right. You grew up in near Centralia too. That's very cool. So, whereabout? Because I was in Frackville, which is a ridiculously small town.
So,
and I'm curious if you know where that is.
Is Frackville named Frackville after fracking?
Fracking, yes.
That's crazy.
They fracked a lot there. And yes, it's Schuylkill County. Right. This is the very cutest little harbor. And I'm definitely headed right into that blue building to get some tea, because it just looks so cute sitting over there.
It's called Carnlow. And actually they shot... so people know this for sure, but a lot of Game of Thrones was shot in a lot of these spots, and this is when Arya was blind and she was fighting the faceless girl. The fight was filmed here in this harbor.
Pootstown.
Kutztown.
I haven't heard of that either.
That sounds very Polish.
So it must have been, yeah. It must have been further enough away that I don't know where that is. Okay, and around here. Yeah, those are the stairs where Arya, like out that window, that's the stairs where Arya was. Do you want me to open that or? Oh. Yeah, you didn't know the Appalachian range was that big. Yeah, that's why he was like nerding out about that so much. He was like, "Wait, what?"
I mean, it's not like it was actually. I mean, it was just together, right? In
Right.
the original continent.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but that's how I understood it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's true. Like everyone knows that the continents were like they broken apart, right? So.
Right.
Okay, this is seaweed. It's like dried seaweed.
It's basically, I guess it's kind of like in that region. It's almost like their beef jerky,
yeah,
but
like it's their beef jerky. Yeah, because it's kind of like smoked. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
it's in the direction of Allentown. Yeah, I mean I know where Allentown is. Okay. Yeah, that and then so Toxic Tears. She told me that she actually got this for me. This and she got me these things, and she said that they're very like common to that place, which is always interesting because I liked trying foods from like those specific places. And then this is going up to what was the name of this? Do you remember?
All right, it's a rope bridge, and it is called. I'm gonna butcher this, but it's Carrick A. Reed rope bridge, and I'm gonna put the link in chat.
Different from Asian seaweed? I think it probably is different from Asian seaweed. I want to say it is different. There's a panoramic of the area.
So basically, this is headed. So it's at the edge of Ireland, and this rope bridge was built. I mean, it explains there. It was basically built by fishermen who were trying to catch fish, and they knew that the fish would congregate in this very remote area next to the cliffs, so they built this rope bridge to put their traps out there.
Mm-hmm. And there we are, descending down. Do Irish people have cryptids like Appalachia? Is there an Irish Mothman? Wouldn't that be cool? I'm sure that there are.
I'm sure there's lore like that for sure.
For sure. I don't know. Like I can't think of. I did watch an Irish movie recently called. It was You're Not Really Here or something like that, and it was about
a shapeshifter, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was like shifter, but like oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on this because I remembered like it's a specific thing because it's like fairies or something like that. It was very cool. These are just views. This is across the rope bridge. It's just like the rolling hills are so cool. And I love this, like, because this is the fisherman's cottage, and it was so cute because it was just this little cottage there with some smoke coming out, and it was kind of chilly that day, so it looked so cute sitting there with the smoke coming out of the chimney. Yeah, leprechauns. Shrug. Well, if they're anything like leprechauns in the Leprechaun, like the horror movie, then yeah, I guess that would be like, Mothman type.
Oh, stuff. Banshees. Oh,
yeah, banshees. That's true. Yeah, because of the wind and stuff. That's kind of cool. Looking out at it was so pretty. Like the water there was very like aqua. Like I never seen water that like greenish blue. If I want to see a great movie, watch Grabbers. An alien invasion happens and the aliens are allergic to alcohol. So if you stay drunk, the aliens can't kill you. I think we've seen that.
Yeah.
That sounds very
Yes.
familiar. We've definitely seen that.
Yep.
We've seen that. There was another one that I watched and I couldn't tell you. It was free because it's in the Irish title. The name is Irish, so I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was also like a cool folk horror type of movie. Rewalka or something like that. It was pretty cool. Have I seen As Above, So Below? It's about a group in Paris that gets lost in the catacombs. I did watch that. I don't remember if I watched the whole thing. I think I did, but it was all right, that one. I feel like it was like really hyped up. It's like very popular. I actually like the Descent more. I think the Descent was freaky as hell.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the first Descent was like, what? That's crazy. Well, I mean, it's freaky anyway, just thinking about like going down in caves and stuff. Like you get stuck, and some of the stories are so horrific. Just like this cute town that have signs that say elderly people crossing. Goodness. Food.
Yes. This is the town.
Food. And yeah, Bali Castle. Should I? Oh, okay. Did the link. Yeah, this place was so cute. Susie comes from London, though. I'm sure she's traveled to Ireland. Have I been to the Paris catacombs? I have, and it's amazing. I mean, maybe we can do that next because I also have photos from when I went to Paris. You saw the new Jackass movie last night and haven't laughed so hard in a long time. I saw the trailer.
Yeah, that was in the trailer. the exam.
It's just they are crazy. I grew up with Jackass, though. I love those guys. And then they're saying it's so cute. This is heading out to. He's gonna put the link. Oh, downhill Demsney.
Yeah, so this is like a huge property, I guess, that was owned by whatever, some important person, and now it's abandoned. I think this was my favorite place.
Yeah, this was really cool. And I mean, look at how like medieval the things look, and I can see why like Game of Thrones would film here, right?
It's also like, again, this is why Toxic Tears was it was so amazing that she did this, because I don't think I would have known to go here and how to find it and all that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like much, but it gets so much better once we get to the edge.
Right. I'm looking in this thing. That's what's in there. Prison stuff. There I am out here. Freezing.
Very windy.
Yeah. Okay, this is the library, so they have like a...
So at the back of the property, basically, on the edge of the cliff, there's a little library.
Right. So the guy built this library. Cool. This is the view from around there. The heavens opening up. Beautiful. Yeah, it is like an ancient temple. It does kind of look like that. And then there's like from the view from like down underneath, because I think like the upper part you couldn't go in because it's usually just only available for like receptionist type stuff, but you can like go underneath in like the basement area down there. And then this is...
All right, this is called Dunluce Castle.
Yeah.
They also filmed Game of Thrones here.
Yeah, they also filmed Game of Thrones. And then Giant's Causeway, because, you know, you got to do that.
Yeah. This is actually a natural volcanic formation that looks like just steps coming out of the ocean. I mean, it looks man-made.
Yeah, and it was already starting to get dark, so the photos are pretty dark, but it looks kind of cool like this. And then there's us up on the formations. I mean, that's worth like Googling, because like there's obviously more professional photos of that, and it's so cool. Like I didn't even know that volcanic rock does this. Very cool.
Oh yeah, and
we are eating the seaweed. So we stopped on the way because I have like a micro bladder and I have to pee like every 5 minutes. So we stopped at this little pub on the way back in Bushmills. And it is the same Bushmills that makes the Bushmills whiskey. And there was a little inn there that we stopped at. And there we are munching on our seaweed with our Guinnesses. And I wish I had taken more pictures in this place because it was just so cute. They had a little fire burning. And it was just like this quaint little like bed and breakfast. It was so adorable. And I also think it was haunted, even though I don't believe in ghosts. So there we are eating the yummy little pastry things.
Yeah, this is the next morning.
Yeah, this is the next morning.
And then we went sightseeing, just normal things you would see around Belfast.
Again,
you know,
normal things.
Very innocent.
Like it's just there though. There's like the guy from the Beatles.
No,
I'm joking. I'm just taking a picture of Ringo Starr or Paul McCartney. Nothing to see, just stuff that's around, right? So just stuff. It's just murals.
I mean, this is what they have around there, so
stuff. Kneecap. Right, they love their people. They got lots of pride for their people.
Just tourists being tourists, you know.
The return of the random photos.
That's right, very random.
Very random stuff. And this is so we went to the James Connolly Museum because.
We just, I don't know. It was just there, and we're like...
happened to stumble into this museum about this man named James Connolly, who seems to be a very iconic person in Dublin, in Belfast.
Dublin too, but yeah.
Dublin too. Just the whole country.
Some, just museum objects.
There I am nerding out. And just more stuff. The Starry Plow and this cool little gun with it's like a handgun with a bump stock. I thought that was so cool.
It's not a bump stock.
It's not. It looks like it.
Yeah, it's like a Mauser. It's It definitely has a stock, which makes it very illegal.
Mm-hmm. And then, right, the red and black flag, very Ireland colors. That's right. It's just the Irish flags. There's just this quote, you know.
Yeah. It's not relevant or anything. It's just a quote.
It's right.
It's in a museum we randomly walked into.
About exceptional times. And
another
this too is just more wall art. Just more wall art that's just around when you're just walking around. But this stuff really is just around everywhere. This is right outside her Airbnb.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Yeah. And a beer. So we're on the train and we're headed now to Dublin, I believe.
Yeah, we took the train from Belfast to Dublin.
Yeah.
And you can sit down and they serve alcohol.
Yep, they serve alcohol. Of course, not free, but that's okay. Have I ever done a G.I. Joe cosplay? There's a new G.I. Joe movie written by Danny McBride and starring Bradley Cooper that Starts filming soon. Might be a good idea to do Baroness. People have requested the Baroness a lot. I mean, I didn't know they were doing a new movie, so maybe that is maybe that's something new. And I have done Jinx from
Yeah, but I think there's probably a Jinx in G.I. Joe.
Okay, because you're like Baroness or Jinx, so I don't know if you mean like Jinx from Arcane or like. But yeah, Baroness. People have requested that one, so I can think about doing that one. That's pretty cool that Danny McBride's doing it. Is it going to be like a comedy? Like,
no, I think it's serious.
Is it? Wow,
yeah, I think I read about that.
Yeah, Belfast has so many nice murals. It does. It's so cool. Like, I think it's really cool they let people just like make all this beautiful artwork around there. Careful, I think we might start to think it's not just random photos.
You know what's funny about that? We took these photos and we actually uploaded them to the cloud and they deleted them off the phone. So when we flew back in through TSA and shit, these you know, because they might check your phone and shit. So if you have stuff like this on it, they might be like, "Oh, you're troublemakers." Right.
Even though it's ridiculous, because it really is just there. Like,
yeah, it's everywhere.
Why would
it's
you
history
not?
And it's
you're
reality.
Just there being a tourist. Of course, you're going to take pictures of this stuff.
Yeah, and you can have interest. What's the problem? Freedom of speech, but not really.
Did I go to the Barack Obama Plaza Center in Moneygall? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I don't know where that is, and I didn't see a Barack Obama Plaza Center. Is Moneygall in Belfast? Okay, Jinx was a female ninja with a red ninja uniform. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to look at those two and think about that. Because I do like to try to like put out cosplays around the times that movies are coming out. Because I notice a lot of people do that. And I've always been like behind on that stuff. So it's good to know. Anyway, we're on the train here. And then we're in
Dublin.
We're in Dublin. We're in Dublin, and this is just hanging there. I don't know why they would hang this out there, but
right, it's just there. I mean, we're just tourists, you know. You can't really blame us. We just take photos of stuff. It's just there.
It's not my fault that a country is so woke. And here we are, just going around.
Oh, yeah, this is
this is going to be like nonstop. Yeah. Once we get to Dublin, it's just like a Guinness nonstop,
right? Like water. Yeah, this is at the Brazen Head, which is, I guess, the oldest pub in Ireland. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and then this one, we're headed off to the Guinness factory because we have to do some touristy stuff. And this is the Guinness Declaration or whatever.
No, it's the Declaration. Yeah, it's the deed to the brewery. We try to do a balanced approach to travel, so you have to do. If you have access to guides or something, you can do very niche stuff like, you know, urban exploration or like stuff that normal average tourists won't know about. But then you have to balance it out with very touristy stuff like this, just to have fun and relax. And
there we are taking a picture. There's
barley.
Barley that makes the Guinness. Barrels. And there we are standing around a barrel where they're like showing a little movie inside the barrel.
About making the barrel.
About making the barrel. And little tiny mini Guinness.
All right, I'm going to have to go chill a couple more Guinness.
Give me some water. Please. Yeah, I know. Look at how cute that is. So this is just like they let you taste the Guinness. Like people who have never tasted Guinness. It's kind of crazy if you've never tasted Guinness and you go to the Guinness factory. And there is the harp, the Guinness harp. Very cool. There it is up close. It's got a little eel head or dragon head or, I mean, that looks like an eel to me. That's got to be an eel. With teeth. And there is more stuff in the museum. Just cool little things. These are like all the different Guinness bottles. My Spider-Nor cosplay was awesome. Thank you. So are we socialists?
I mean, I am. What is that, a dirty word now?
I know, right? In America,
yeah, I want a better future for everyone. Everyone.
Yeah, absolutely everyone.
My enemies, people that don't like us.
Stephen Miller, so he can get some help.
That's a clip.
And there's the Guinness bottle. These are all the different Guinness bottles, all through the Guinness history of Guinness, and I think that's very cool. Especially like, I didn't even know they made like blue Guinness bottles. Like, how cool is that? I think that's cool. And the best stew I've ever had in my entire life. And it's like made with Guinness. It was really good. And a cute little pub. This is like we were on the way to going to, what was it?
Oh yeah, we were going to, so that was the Guinness storehouse, and we were going to this museum that used to be a prison,
right?
Where they had
where they held like revolutionaries.
Yeah, the Irish Republicans that were fighting for independence. So we went there.
Yes,
but we were there between, I guess, tours. So we had some time to kill.
Right. So we stopped at this cute little pub, the Old Royal Oak. Had some Guinness. Yep. That's right. There we are, splitting the G.
Oh.
And there I am, soaking up the sun, because it's not very often you get sun over there, let me tell you. And there it is. This is the museum. And this is the little courthouse inside. This is where they like tried all the people. And then that's where they took them down. If they found them guilty, they took them down.
I think that's how they brought them in and took them out.
Brought them in and took them down. And then, this is just more like around the prison. It's like so old. There's like through the peephole of one of the rooms. That's how big the cells were small. And there it's like into the, like, what is that? Like just like the main hall, thingy there. And it looks like where Bronson was. But it's not.
Yeah, Broadmoor.
And that's like through another peephole where like one of the people like made art on the wall inside of the cells. There's me looking at that. I think that's also like they brought them in and up those stairs.
Yeah, I think that from the cell they would go down there and then come out at the.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, probably. Yeah. More stairs, fancy stairs, and like names of people.
Yeah, this is the Irish Republicans that were executed here.
And obviously James Connolly was there. But this is like, yeah, a lot of these people are
yeah, they're Irish revolutionaries.
Yeah, like known. There's where James Connolly was buried.
No, that's where he was executed.
Executed.
This is the prison.
Oh yeah, okay. They didn't bury him there.
No, they didn't give the body back anyway. They buried him in a mass grave because that's how they dealt. Because they were considered at that time, obviously, they were considered like terrorists or whatever.
Right. Even though now everything is like named after him, which is crazy. And then here's
because
like
they got their independence,
the Guinness Gate. And this is just so weird because why is there a face in the U?
That's some Game of Thrones stuff. It looks like he wants to give you a quest if you go close enough.
Definitely. Yeah. Very cool. I would love to know the story behind that. Like a church. And just more stuff that's just on buildings there.
Yeah, it's just
that I'm just
it's just stuff. I'm just taking photos. Right, that's right.
A bookstore. It's a bookstore, and I got a book there called The Girl in the Tunnel. And it's actually like a true story about this girl that was in the laundries. And I don't know if you guys know stuff about the laundries, but sounds like it was pretty horrific. And it was a good book because I read it on the rest of the trip. And then I gave it to my sister. And then this is the home of the world's greatest stout. So if you want the greatest stout. This is just like going down into the bathroom. I thought this was hilarious. This very, very annoyed woman. She looks really annoyed, and this guy's like trying to get some, and she's like, "Get off me." I thought that was kind of funny that they would actually paint that onto stained glass. Oh, here. Oh yeah, this is when I discovered half pints, which was much better for me. And then this is like inside a museum. It was the Dublin. What was it?
Oh yeah, it's Dublin Castle.
Dublin Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course paintings. She's now we got a woman accosting a man here instead. He's like, "Get away from me." Look at him. He's like, "Get away." And she's like, "No, give me that." Love it. Just more painting.
Yeah, super opulent furniture. Obviously, this is where the British had. I'm pretty sure this is where the throne was for when the king would come by to Ireland.
And a really annoyed looking man stroking a skull for some reason. Just more sights. I thought this was really cute. It's like a little peephole that has like a little thing that you can close, or a keyhole. You can close the keyhole with this very fancy thing. And then she's like, "More of this, please." Right? like she's just straight up just more of this. That face is saying more of this right here. She ain't being coy about it. And this is the ceiling. This is a bar that we went to afterwards that was very cute and cozy looking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Murray's bar.
And this is the mini pint next to the big pint. It was really cute. And then there's me posing with my Guinnesses.
With your Guinness.
Guinness. Plural. I do find it hilarious that he thinks capitalism sucks and all you guys don't hustle for money seems pretty capitalist to me.
Oh no, of course. I mean, we're born into it, right? It's not by choice. Of course, we're engaged with it. We have to, right? But that doesn't mean that we should stop here.
Right. But for the record, I'm also not being paid for this. All of this is like, I'm not being paid right now. Right. I'm on here doing this and I am not being paid because I can't monetize my stuff yet. So I don't know. I'm not really sure like what we're hustling for money with right now.
But that's not the point though. The point
is not the point. Like the point is I still have to pay rent to keep a roof over my head.
Right.
And to keep food in my stomach and to survive. And, you know, I've got uterine polyps. I'm bleeding constantly every single day for 3 months. And I've already spent thousands of dollars to fix it. Right. And it still isn't fixed.
That's right. Because capitalism.
Right. So I guess, because I don't know. What do I do?
You need to hustle to fix your health. No, here's the thing about that.
He retracted the message. I guess he agrees.
Maybe he wants to reward it.
Yeah, let's reword it.
No, it's fine. I mean, I don't want to. No, I think it's listen, it's a valid question. It's fine. Just because we live in capitalism doesn't mean we have to like it. I don't think it's working out right now.
Yeah, okay? I agree.
I think the lack of healthcare is inhumane. Wanting healthcare makes you a socialist. So I guess that's where we're at now.
Right. And yeah, just ripping the rug from under your feet anytime they want.
Well, especially because you do hustle, you do play the game, right?
Right.
And you play at the capitalist game, and they still rug pull you.
Right. Which actually means they're shitty capitalists.
Exactly.
Like, they suck at capitalism. I like how old paintings are so odd looking because the artist didn't quite understand perspective, yet weird animal faces and wonky proportions. Yes, I do love old paintings. I'm like, when I went to Italy, I visited a lot of art galleries, and I just love the way that they made paintings, especially like skulls and stuff, because they kind of made them like really cartoony. Obviously, there's like some painters that are like amazing with anatomy and everything, but right. Oh, hey, Aaron. Hey, Casey. Hey, Aaron. Miss you guys. I do find it hilarious that he thinks capitalism sucks, but all you guys do is hustle for money. Okay, so he just repeated what he said.
Okay, so let me clarify.
He retracted it, and then he repeated it.
So let me clarify, because, okay, so I live under capitalism. We all do, right? It's fine to engage with capitalism. You have no choice, right? So you make your money, you live within capitalism, but you should strive to better society. I don't think the state of society right now is okay. I don't think the $5 gas is okay. I don't think that all these rich people just keep getting richer while we get poorer, right? And wanting a better future now makes you a socialist. It does, because if you're a capitalist, everything's going to get worse, right? It's not going to get better with the tools of capitalism. It is clearly getting worse. And anybody that says that things are not getting worse is lying. Lying to themselves and lying to everybody else. I just think here people are very propagandized, and they really get scared of this word. They hear socialism, they hear about sharing, they hear about free healthcare because it's not really free. Well, it's out of taxes, right? I pay taxes, I pay a ton of taxes, and I want those taxes to benefit everybody, me and even this chatter. That's all that socialism is in my worldview.
Yeah, I don't understand why people who are working don't get more benefits. Like, I think that's crazy.
And this is what always happens when you use the word socialism. It's like, oh, but you're a hypocrite because you're engaging in capitalism or you have money, so that it should be a poverty cult. And then if you're poor and you don't engage in capitalism, then you're a failure. So nobody should be socialist.
Right.
And everything just stays the same.
Right. The lack of healthcare, the inability to own a home, etc.
Right. Exactly. Everything. Yeah.
Just
prioritizing
like the continual struggle, while there are literally people up top who are like their whole function is to just suck up all the money anyway.
Right.
Like I know that every dime I've ever earned will probably just go straight back into healthcare, and that's bullshit. All right, and this is outside of the GTO.
No, GPO.
GPO.
That's the post office.
The post office.
Where they had a lot of fighting during the revolutionary struggle.
It's crazy to see that socialism became an insult. Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
Well, Americans are very propagandized, and they think that America's the best. There's
assuming
definitely
that person
nothing
is
better.
American, but
And,
yeah, we're all a part of it. You have to live with it, but you can still want to not be part of it. But the world we live in is shit.
I find it crazy though that capitalists, or I mean, I'm sure this guy owns a factory for sure, or girl, or whatever.
Right.
I'm sure he owns a factory, and he's actually a capitalist, right? For sure. That's why he's being so defensive. He's definitely not like a working class person,
right,
that is probably bigoted against poor people and is scared that he's closer to the gutter than to Elon Musk.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through these pretty quick. These are just really funny, cute little wall drawings that were there when you first walk in. There's a teller right now trying to explain why socialism is good. Look at him. Look at this poor guy. He's frustrated. You can tell.
Hands up, yeah.
Hands up. Just like, come on, man. Preach off camera voice, dude.
Yeah, I need to bring it back. I can't. I'm like hijacking the whole thing.
No.
That's socialist.
He's always
in typical socialist
he's just
fashion.
better with words than I am. Yeah, you can wish for a better society for all. No ideology is flawless, but capitalism is a genuine parasite that seeks to extract nothing but wealth and at all costs, no matter the sacrifice.
Right, and I think even people that are like, oh, we have to regulate capitalism. If you want to regulate capitalism, you're essentially anti-capitalist, because capitalism's whole purpose is the perpetual growth of capital and profit, right? So any rules on it means that you're actually anti-capitalist.
Right, and that is true. Like the whole goal of capitalism is the top line, like the bottom line, to keep growing, to keep going. Like how else can they do that than to rob people blind? Like you can't just always beat profits every single year.
Right.
Like it's not possible
right.
without stealing money. It's just obvious that is the end. It is literally a cancer. How did a stream about you showing off photos from a trip get so political? Well, if you'll look at the English,
I mean, we're political people.
We are political people, but also we're in a very political place. I mean, the place is very socialist. Ireland is known for its history of socialists. And and I guess that's where we ended up on this topic. I would say all countries are heavily propagandized, to be fair. I agree with that, absolutely. How was the whiskey in Ireland? I don't think I had the whiskey. I don't think I drank any whiskey. I might have had an Irish coffee at some point. But I don't remember. I think the whiskey... I'm not really like a whiskey person, so... The crazy thing about Ireland is that it's a country that had to fight one of the strongest countries on earth to be free. And since then, they're in for all the fights for human rights around the world. Exactly. That's, yeah. Because they know, like they've been there. And, yeah. I know that they're, like, very supportive of, like, Palestine and these places. And, yeah, they're great. So this guy had a seagull on his head. Look at that. He's got a seagull on his head. It's just standing there on his head. And this one wants up too. Look at him. Look at this seagull down here. He's like, I want up. He wants to be on that head too. There we are in another bar. How did that happen? Some bimbo lips. That is like all the stickers on the wall. I love stickers. I love when there's like everything's covered in stickers. So there's plenty of photos like that. Ireland fought the British, as did all the other countries they went into. Yes. And also, famously, America fought the British. Lots of countries had to fight the British.
Yeah, don't zoom in on these. Capitalists might be hurting their fifis.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt no feelings up in here. Hey, are you? Hey, you guys. I hope you're doing good. It's Bo from Texas. Just wanted to see how
oh, Bo.
You guys are. Yeah, hey, Bo. How are you doing? It's been a long time. Candle lights in the bar. Yeah, this bar was really cute because it was all like, it was candle lit everywhere. I think we'll go back to that one at the end of the trip. And then we visited the books of Kells.
Yeah, that was at Trinity College.
At Trinity College. As someone who generally avoids politics on his social media due to primarily posting adult 3D art, it's become increasingly difficult to stay quiet about the turn for the worse our world has taken. Yes. And, you know, but I mean, for me, I am like experiencing this in firsthand because they pretty much just ripped the rug from under my feet with the type of job that I do. And I've been suffering. Like, things are getting worse. It is because of that. And I'm not going to pretend like it's not. I'm not going to pretend like it's just me. Suddenly my content just sucks, right? Like, it's unfair to sit here and pretend like I'm the one failing when it's not. It's laws that are being passed, and this is not just me. This is a lot of people. A lot of people are experiencing this, and I think it's really crazy to just gaslight people into thinking that it's not, that everything's great, that everything is just fine. When
Well, everything is just
obviously
fine
not.
because, oh my god, it could be so much worse. It's like, that's not the standard.
Right.
The standard that we're supposed to be the best country in the world, and it's
Right.
far from it.
And yeah, like I get wanting to avoid politics because it is contentious, but
Sure.
I think it is good to speak out now. I think everybody needs to speak out because
Well, it's funny because social media and in general, you know, about when it comes to celebrities, it's all like, oh, you have to be authentic, you have to be yourself, until you speak out your actual opinions, and then people get butthurt.
technically we French fought the British, but it's more of a traditional millennium sport for us. You've been fighting cancer, but thought you'd reach out. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things are.
Sorry to hear about.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Hope you get better soon.
Yeah. So this is the books of Kells, and the next photo is you don't see books there, which is kind of cool because they actually take them off the shelves to restore them. Now, as you can see in the screen there, she's restoring one of them because they actually put up like videos where they're doing the restoration so you can see how it works. And this is some giant globe. And the Gaia, it's like it's artwork. I don't really know how it's artwork. It's just a giant glowing globe, but I guess it's artwork. And then this is in Galway. We've arrived to Galway. When are we playing Baldur's Gate 3? I don't know. So I did a poll asking people if they want me to just do like chatting or if they want me to do video games, and the poll showed that there were much less people that want video games and want more chatting, so I probably won't do video games as much. I'll probably still do video games sometimes, but maybe not like currently, at least until like people get kind of bored of chatting. Part of the delusion, I believe, you project your own wishes and fantasies onto the person you follow and hope they validate your beliefs until they don't. It's kind of never meet your heroes. Yeah.
I think it's kind of crazy to follow kind of like a tattooed gothic sex worker and to be like, oh my god, she has left-wing takes. That's crazy.
Oh, right? I know, right? Yeah, imagine. You thought I was a trad wife, didn't you? Yes, Aaron, we're seeking wealth. We aren't seeking wealth, we're seeking stability. Exactly. I don't know people are actually okay with how America is right now. We have been ingrained with so much bullshit propaganda that people surviving equals wealth. Exactly. That is such a good point. That is such a good point because people always think that just because you criticize the way that the system is, they're like, oh, so you don't want to be like Elon Musk. It's like, no, I don't want to be like Elon Musk. I just want to be able to pay my bills without
not even that. It's
losing sleep.
It's this
at night.
universal lack of security, right? Like, obviously, I don't want to be too harsh with chatters. They don't agree with this or they don't know. But I mean, if they go there, it's like what America has and Europe doesn't really have is this lack of social security where you're like, I mean, you are one healthcare crisis away from losing everything. You literally could have millions, right? And you could still lose it. Because that's how expensive healthcare is here.
Right, exactly.
Or you're forced into a job that you don't want to be in because I know guys that are talented tattoo artists that can't tattoo full time because they have to keep their Walmart job for the benefits because the benefits means healthcare. It's just, if we can't have this baseline agreement on that, then yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a socialist and they're a capitalist.
It is. And I think people don't realize how fucked up the healthcare system is here. And like, since I work on my own, like I'm an independent worker, I don't get health insurance. Like I have to pay everything out of pocket. I literally just went to like get a checkup at a gynecologist and it was $400. Like just $400 for them to kind of just tell me that they can't really do anything there because they just can't help me with the problem that I'm having. Then I spent $4,000 to get polyps removed from my uterus, and it turns out that the problem is that there are still polyps there. So I spent $4,000 to still have the same problem, and now I'll probably have to spend another, I don't know, $6,000 to $10,000 to get my uterus removed if I don't want the problem anymore. Like, what is that? Like, what kind of normal system is that? And I can't really do my job as long as I have the problem. So I don't even know. Like, I'm in a shitty situation, I guess. Fuck me, right? You're a good chatter. I think you're talking to producer over here, right? Enjoying the chats. 3.1 thousand views on the last stream is pretty cool. Yeah, that is awesome. People are crazy. Yes, they are. Piggybacking off the Baldur's Gate's question, when are you cosplaying Baldur's Gate 3? I feel like you could pull off Shadowheart. Oh yeah, it's good that you asked for that because I actually do have that cosplay. I have it waiting and I'm like, no one's really asking for it. So I think I'll also do that one as well. I'm going to do Orin for Halloween, but I'm also going to do Shadowheart.
Read the next line.
For real, I want to be able to live comfortably and still enjoy the little things worth enjoying. True. That's a very nice trip and pick sessions.
No, you don't see the gold.
I just got back here. Love that you're still rocking it.
Is he timed out?
I have no idea.
That's funny.
Why you see it and I don't.
I don't understand.
From the own people I follow, all kinds of content creators everywhere are suffering now. They are very dependent on extra income from followers, and now everyone doesn't have as much extra income. Yes. I think, like, it's not just me as a content, like, the type of work that I do, it is all content creators that are suffering. Like, they really hit the internet hard with the new algo updates, and it's on purpose. And they happened right around when they went into Iran, so it's not shocking that they changed the algorithm for that.
Yeah,
well,
and it was
read it. Why don't you read it?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing on your chat, because Mr. Capitalism over there was like, pretty sure, where is it? Pretty sure she's doing more than just getting by and barely making it, LOL. And this is what I mean. So if you make money in capitalism and you try to be you try to explain to people that a better society is possible, then you're a hypocrite because you make money, so you're a champagne socialist and you're fake. But then if you're broke, they'll call you lazy and you don't know what to do and you want handouts, and that's why you want socialism, right? So it's just fundamentalist thinking. You don't want to see beyond the society we live in now. That's your problem. I want a better society, and I think you should be part of it. I want you to be part of it, and you will be part of it. And you'll shed these propagandized pro-capitalist takes.
Right. Most people don't understand that after $184,000 a year in earnings, Social Security is capped. Raising the cap to $500,000, it would keep as absolute soluble for like 20 more years. Imagine if trillionaires paid. I know. And it's so crazy how people get so parasocial or like defensive of billionaires. It's like, do they even understand what a billion is? And these people don't just have a billion. They have hundreds of billions, right? Like, I wish that people could understand how much that is. I know it's hard.
They literally have a thousand billions, right?
Right. Like, I know it's hard for people to wrap their minds around that because it's a massive number. But I just don't understand why. Like, no, that's not fair. Leave Elon Musk alone because he works, which I can guarantee you he absolutely doesn't work as hard as any working class person. Like, he's definitely not waking up early and working like 12-hour shifts and stuff.
To not make it, though.
Yeah.
Because this is, I don't doubt that he doesn't put in his level of effort.
Right.
But to not make enough to not make rent is crazy.
Right.
Or to be insecure.
But his level of effort, how come his level of effort is more important than anybody else's level of effort? We all put in effort, and we make peanuts compared. Like we have to lose sleep, anxiety, all of these things, worrying. These people don't have to worry. They have I think what people don't understand is that they have like 15 lifetimes, more than that, worth. I know, like, Zuckerberg has like 15 lifetimes worth.
I just linked Gary Economics in chat because he has videos about this and he explains it from a very apolitical perspective for all the sensitives.
Yeah. Okay, I will get back to this because it's gonna take me forever. There's like a lot of pictures. So we're in Galway here. We're in Galway. It's very cute. Just taking pictures around Galway. The cute harbor. Right. And we saw a seal. Okay. We saw a real life wild seal. Look at how cute he is. His little nose. Basically a water dog. So cute. And then this interesting boat that's here with these runes and like skulls. Very, very folky. I thought that was very cool. And then this silent cinema, which is amazing. If I lived here, I'd probably be here every single time they play a movie. And then this like biker bar type thing.
Okay, I just took that photo. It's a horrible mural.
This mural. What is this? Is this Jesus?
No, that's supposed to be Freddy, I think.
I'm like, wait a minute. But there's a beard, no? Okay, maybe not. It just could just be like the shadow. Oh my god, what's up with his eyes? What's wrong with it? Look at him. Yeah, so it has this fantastic mural. And then this is on this like little boat that's taking us out to the Aran Isles.
Yeah.
And this is boats going. And here, keeping the area clear. There we are. Keeping it clear. We're rule breakers. What can I say? America has 1,000 more opportunities in Europe to free healthcare. I would gladly give up. For the record, I do have healthcare for about $500 a month, and that's a lot less in taxes.
What I don't understand, if you're so happy with this system, then why do you care that there's people in here that don't agree with your system? There's something bothering you. That's what I think is interesting about all these people who think of themselves like, you're like what is it, like temporarily embarrassed billionaire. That's what you are, because you happen to have healthcare. Well, other people can't afford $500 a month, right? What about them?
Right. For me to get healthcare, I think it was like $1,600 for both of us.
Yeah.
I'm not paying, like, I'm not going to pay, how much was it for the year? 70,000 or something?
No, it would have been like, no, it was 16 a pop.
Right. 16 a pop.
So you end up with 30 grand, right? Because we can't, right?
30 grand.
Yeah, because we're self-employed.
Yeah,
we are independent. We have a small LLC, and it's because we are husband and wife. So we can't group in with other LLCs because we're the only employees. So, we are actually entrepreneurs. We have an actual business that we run ourselves as the sole employees and owners, and we get fucked out of the system, right? I think mathematically, it makes no sense for me to pay $1,600 a month, pay that much a year, when I know that then I also have to pay the deductible and I have all the problems with the coverage. Do I even get covered for this and all that shit? No,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
And
I'd
they will
rather
always
put
fuck you
that
over.
in the stock market. I invest it, and I have enough to pay for these expenses. So I know how the system works, probably better than that guy. Right? And I am more successful as a capitalist probably than that guy. But that doesn't mean that the system is not fucked and unfair for the vast majority of Americans. And I believe it should change.
So here we are on our aisles and we're renting bikes. Yeah, what opportunities exist in America that do not exist in Europe? Seriously. What, owning a gun shop, slumlording? I can't think of anything else that America offers.
Europe, honestly, that's a kind of like a not good debate, because Europe is America. Europe is basically what America used to be in like the late 80s and 90s now, and it's gonna become what America is now in about 20 years, right?
This is my face when he's saying that, by the way.
I think that Europe is better right now, but I think that it's their situation is precarious, and they're slowly privatizing everything, right? In Romania, they privatized everything. They underfund healthcare to add the private option, and they are slowly sucking out every resource out of that continent. And I think Europe should look at America as its future if they don't change course, and they need to redirect and pivot to China.
Yes. Like, I am not a capitalist, but I am going to hustle as much money as I can.
I mean, that's fine. I think that's fine. Of course
mean,
you should.
Is that capitalism, though? Like,
no, that's survival.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Like, I don't think that is capitalism.
No, I have no problem with people engaging in capitalism in America. They have to. We have no choice.
Right. And like, making money isn't capitalism. That's just trade.
Right, that's just trade. You're engaging in the economy. Right. It is the way we organize this economy. That's where the debate starts between capitalism and socialism. You could literally have the exact same system. You just change the goal of the system. The goal should be, right, the welfare of the entire population, not just growth for corporations and businesses.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I don't think a corporation should have more rights than a person anyway. Right. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, and now they do.
They literally, like, what was it?
Citizens United.
Yeah, Citizens United, right? They literally have more rights than individuals.
Yeah. We have government insurance, $300 a month for basic, nothing special. Saving grace is University of Nebraska Medical Center has extra coverage. What about the top tech companies? Where do you think that they're located?
Bro, literally we have like maybe a decade maximum left of tech supremacy. It is China, it is Shanghai, it is Shenzhen. You're out of touch if you still think anything comes out of Silicon Valley, especially with the type of immigration enforcement we have now. Nobody's coming here. Like, we have negative migration, there's a huge brain drain happening, and people are proud of it. They have no idea what's happening.
You can still hustle under socialism. Exactly.
Of course.
You can. I think it's weird that people think that socialism means, like, just no money and capitalism means money. Like, it's just the system. And the system under capitalism is all the money goes up to a group of people, and that's it.
I mean, that's just his belief. If you hustle for money, that's capitalism. Okay, fine. I'm a capitalist. Then by your definition, I don't care. I still want the system to be redirected so that the wealth is distributed fairly to everybody involved in the system. That's what I want.
Right.
That doesn't mean I want to regulate businesses out of existence.
Right.
I'm sure on a deep level we'll agree on everything, but yeah.
I seem very confident on that bike. Very. Okay, so this was amazing. So this is... Wasn't it like Inisherin or something? It was like, have you guys seen the Banshees of Inisherin? This is Inishmore. But I thought it was cool because it's like the Banshees of Inisherin, which I love that movie very, very much. And this is just the sights around. Look at this cute ass seal. He's trying to look like a rock, but he just looks like a sea dog with that cute little face. Look at him. Donkeys. Petting the donkey. Llamas. I did not attempt to pet the llama. This is some cool little, like, it looks like some Lord of the Rings stuff when he writes the
Yeah.
friendly letters and then it opens up into something.
Oh yeah, the gates of Moria.
Yeah, is it not like that? It so is. And then this is just stuff around the island. There's us posing. There's a graveyard, Celtic crosses, really cool. And then this is heading up to like the ledge to look over the side. Or up top. There's the view like across the way. Posing at the top of the world. Seems like you guys love movies. Have you seen The Odyssey? Not yet. I do want to go see that, but like I literally don't know when because my schedule is so busy. Like yesterday I was supposed to be making the selections for my Lara Croft set. Instead I was making selections for this because we took like 1,500 photos and I narrowed it down to like 500. So it took me like the whole day to do that. I was supposed to be working on Lara Croft. So maybe I can find time to go see it though, because I definitely want to see it in the theater because I've been hearing good things. Yeah, just here enjoying the content and hoping for better social market economy. Right. It's so much to ask for.
Oh, you can see.
What socialism is redistribution of wealth.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Coastal photos. The coastal photos smelled like salt, yes. By the way, love your work, Razor, not a hater. I mean, that's fine. I think people are free to have thoughts and opinions about things, but I just really hope that people will like want to look more into things or like just expand their mind about certain things.
Yeah. And I know I'm a debate lord and I can come off very aggressive, but even when it comes to that, the hustling, you look at China, right? They're like they're one of the, I mean, when you look at how much they achieved in the span of like 30 years, there are small shops, small businesses everywhere. They're protected. They can have a little noodle shop. They clearly engage in capitalism, right? But then all that money is generated within that system and the citizens are protected and the money is distributed towards infrastructure, towards healthcare, towards those things. And I think that's a model we should look at. They still have small businesses. They still have capitalism, right? But you know where it stops? It stops when one person ends up being like a trillionaire. That is not possible there because that level of money leads to power, which leads to corruption. So we should do basically socialism with American characteristics. We keep the parts of capitalism that work. We keep the Second Amendment, First Amendment, and otherwise we work on it.
100% agree with you. One of my many issues is dumb ignorance and racism. The other day, a Native American woman got detained by ICE and it took months with her tribe to get involved to release her. Yeah, it's so insane what's going on with that stuff. Like, I'm like speechless when I see, like, I never thought that stuff like this could happen in this country. And when you see it, you're just like, how are they getting away with this? I really hope that they start fixing something soon because it's really unfair and I think it's very fucked up that people's whole lives are getting completely fucked because of this shit. It's very upsetting. And people are just here trying to live their lives, have better lives for themselves, and then this shit's happening. You're seeing firsthand the failure of the school system in the US, which is partially how Trump won. Yeah. He's appealed to the uneducated and just lied to their faces. Yeah. Even when I think about like my own education, like I definitely didn't pay attention in school like I should have, because who the fuck really does? But like half the stuff that I'll hear, I'm like, I know that they never taught us this in school. Like I never heard of this before. And I think that that's so crazy. Germany has strong socialist policies, and you still have millionaires, billionaires, and people hustling. Exactly. And this is something that people don't understand. There are still millionaires in socialist societies. They're just taxed. They're taxed their fair share. Why am I paying 37% of my taxes?
I also find it incredibly unpatriotic to not want to be taxed fairly as an American millionaire or billionaire. It's very unpatriotic.
It is.
And I don't like how right-wingers have this monopoly on patriotism too.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think it's crazy that I'm taxed and then, Netflix and shit like that is not. Like, what the fuck? Did you visit the megalithic site? Don't know.
Yeah, that previously where we went, it was basically that.
What, like the giant...
yeah.
What was it called?
Like Stonehenge type things.
Yeah, we didn't do Stonehenge because... Or no, we were going to do like the hedges of something, and we didn't. Mm-hmm. But... I came for Razor Candy, but I think I'm falling for Addy. Yep.
You're not falling.
Everybody loves Attila, though. Like, he really is
except you're not falling for Attila. You're falling for this information, and this is why what's happening in America is so dangerous. Because they're this is. I'm just saying very common sense things. People are just very, very sensitive, and I think they think that defending the system they think that criticizing the system somehow is a criticism of the American way of life, of American individuals, of American lifestyle. They think it goes against like PBR and grilling or whatever, or like guns. No, it's not that. You should criticize the country you're from or in because you should improve it.
Right. Yep.
And we may disagree, and I agree. I think America is a great place to live. I think it has an economy that has great potential, but it needs to be managed to the benefit of the people. It's not sustainable otherwise.
Right. Here I am in a very windy place, as you can see. And then this is towards the end of the trip in the Iron Isles. Of course, we had to stop off for some Guinness and for some Tato. This time salt and vinegar, which is not as crazy of a flavor. A sea dog, chilling. And then we're going back, and on the way back, we stop at the
Cliffs of Moher.
Yeah, look at how crazy these waves are. You can see them like splashing up from the other side of the rock face. It's insane how crazy these waves are. And more like ruin porn. A shipwreck.
Yeah, that's the MV Plazy.
Speaking of shipwrecks, I watched on Netflix the shipwreck about the Concordia because it just came out. Oh my gosh. What a doozy. What a doozy. That one is crazy. Windy place. Can't think of any place in Ireland that isn't windy. True. It's pretty windy there. It's a pretty windy place. But especially when you're out, like, on the beaches, it's like, there's nothing to stop the wind. It's, wow. There are so many celebrities like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Post Malone, and such. You're the only celebrity I really want to see. I don't think I'm as exciting. I think most celebrities are like this, right? When you meet famous people, which I'm not, but you meet them in real life, I think it's not as enthralling, I guess, as people might think. But I guess it's up to the person who's meeting the person. I haven't met very many celebrities, surprisingly, so like I have no idea. Maybe it's like the super exciting thing. Oh yeah, the shipwreck. There was a 90s Irish show with the ship in the background. Yeah. I know there's like some story about it, but I don't think it was anything as dramatic as the Concordia, though. And then here's another rock face with this little opening here. It's very cute. You can see how it's like corroding the rock there, and it's like about to break off into its own little stump of rock. You stop paying attention to the final, it's more than half over and pretty boring. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it's boring. You're a normal person, weird. I know. Bizarre, really. So this is on the side of the cliff face at the Cliffs of Moher. And you can see like over here on the right, there's kind of like this orange stain on the cliff. It's kind of like a rust stain of some sort. And I'm going to let him tell you the story while I go and pee.
What is that? That's called Hag's Head, right? So there's a legend that there was an Irish prince that was, I guess, very hot. And there was a hag, and I guess a hag is... What is a hag? I guess it's like a not young, ugly woman, right? And I guess the hag really liked the prince, and she was chasing him around, harassing him, and then he did a trick because he was very nimble, and he jumped around the edge of the cliff, and she tried to go after him, and she slipped and busted her head open, and that's basically her head, like, bleeding all over the edge of the cliff. I thought that was one of the most misogynistic stories I've ever heard in my life. All because she was, I guess, a hag.
Yeah, the cliffs, and like in person, they're even more just like, they're so huge and crazy. And this isn't even like, I thought this was one of the tallest ones, and there isn't. There's like something that's like, I don't even know, 3 times taller than this or something. Because the guy on the boat was telling me, and I was like, wait a minute, that's gotta feel very imposing. And this is going to be the place to be on Sunday afternoons. I love you too. Thanks for streaming this. You're very welcome. And I'm very happy that you're having a good time. This is some little thing up on the top. In a crowd of people on the boat. It was crazy how many people got like seasick on this boat. They have like bags hanging around so you can just like grab the bag and puke in it if you get sick. It gets like really rocky too. Like when you get closer and closer to the cliffs, it's just like really rocking all over the place. Here I am at the Airbnb in Cork. So now we've arrived to Cork. And there's a stick bug. And there's the view from the Airbnb. There's a hag storyline in Widow's Bay that had me in tears. Oh yeah, we want to watch Widow's Bay. I need to get Apple TV so I can watch a few things on there, actually. I definitely want to watch Widow's Bay, though. Those people have no smiley faces. They're not humans. I actually did that one. I just blurred it real quick. This is a dentist's office. Look at how cute it is. The one behind is a church, I believe. But the dentist's office is very cute with that window. It's got this cute little window. This is what I love about Europe, because you will have just like dentist's office in these old churches or like these old buildings that are like really cute. A Beamish. This is my first time having Beamish, and I liked it. I thought it was kind of smoky and like leathery, which I really much liked. And there's like a fish pie. And then this is another bar that we were at. Was this like... This was...
Oh, it's Fred Zeppelin.
Fred Zeppelin, that was it. Yeah, wait, stick bugs exist in Ireland? I guess so. I guess so. And they're like green too. Bright green. There we are walking around Cork. Cork is like really hilly. It's so beautiful. And it kind of reminds me of like the north, like in the north, like Pennsylvania and like those areas up there. How it's got the hills like this. Very cool. It's like the view from up top. Random question, but what's your opinion on Rhea Ripley? She seems to be one of the biggest faces of the alternative goth lifestyle in the mainstream right now. I mean, I don't really have an opinion about her because I don't like I know who she is because everyone keeps telling me I should cosplay her. I guess she's like a wrestler, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. Speaking of leathery, I was inspired recently by your mention of ombre leather for one of my art pieces. Big thanks. Oh, you're very welcome. Always love to inspire art. Here I am, booty tooch up on a Cork, the view of Cork. And this is like a little tiny sidewalk. I thought that was hilarious. It's just a sidewalk for like 3 steps. And they put the line around it and made sure that it's nice and safe.
Or you should give a shout out to the TikTok watchers because they've been commenting and I can't disable
Okay.
chat.
Okay, hi TikTok watchers. But like it's not showing up in here. Their chat.
No, because I just keep YouTube chat on.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have an easier time moderating.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Probably like once it slows down more, like we can start like letting more people comment in here. But I think if like everyone was commenting, it'd probably be like really crazy.
I think it's better to make people follow your
yeah,
YouTube,
like on YouTube. Yeah, probably. That's true. I've never had a chance to visit the bar designed by H.R. Geiger. Oh God, I wish. I know that bar that you're talking about in Switzerland. Yeah, I've seen pictures. That place looks so rad. I would love to visit that place. Are those cosplay swords or actual swords? Those are cosplay swords.
I mean, one of them is an actual sword, but it's not sharp.
Yeah.
The ring wraith one.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, I'm late. Hi. Well, better late than never. There's some graffiti stuff. More pictures of Cork, spaceship. Like this is like a little manhole thing, and I love that it has like a Celtic design on it. It's so cute. And then this, and then the store, the little alleyways like I was talking about that Europe has everywhere. So very cute. And I just like love that Europe still has like so many of these little like mom and pop type shops everywhere. Like it makes it so like diverse and adorable. And this is erected for the thoughts and the efforts of the Young Ireland Society, for the memory of the gallant men from many years, 1798 through 1967, who fought and died in the wars of Ireland for her sovereign independence, and to inspire the youth of our country to follow in their patriotic footsteps and imitate their heroic example. And righteous men will make our land a nation once again. Who are some of my favorite cryptids, if any? I mean, Mothman is cool. I do like Mothman. I'm not really, like, I would have to see a list to be reminded of all of them, but you're mentioning Mothman, and I do like Mothman. I actually thought the movie was pretty cool with Ingrid Cold. Weird voice. And then her views around Cork. Cool mural on the side of the thing. Then we went to the sport. The side of the fort wall. Over. Have I ever been to Norway? I know, I want to go there so bad too. I have not been there. That's pretty cool about the stick bug, that they put a female stick insect introduced from New Zealand in the 1960s. It has become naturalized in Ireland.
Huh.
A little bit of story. When you were in West Virginia, everyone talked about Mothman. Oh, you know what else is a cool one? Is the Jersey Devil. I think that one's cool. Nice pose. Oh yeah, this is the plumbing on the outside of, because these are super old buildings and they built all the plumbing on the outside of the buildings. I think that's a little cool thing. There I am posing with some heads on sticks, more Game of Thrones stuff. Heading upstairs. There's a church through a hole in the wall. Church. Back down the stairs. And then this is, oh my gosh, like, I still think about this scone. So I got this raspberry scone and it was like fresh as hell with some clotted cream over there and some jam. And it's this cute little cafe with this very fancy ceiling. And it was a very, very good scone. And of course, some tea. There I am pouring the milk into the tea. I'm very excited. Very excited about that tea. And then, of course, yet another Guinness. And this, what's it called?
Toasty.
The toasty. The toasty with the ham, onion, and cheese. Is it Swiss cheese? And a tomato. I think that's a tomato there.
Yeah.
Good ass sandwich.
It's basically a panini, a bar panini.
Right. A bar panini. Have I ever seen that Animal Planet show, Lost Tapes? They had a found footage style, and one episode was on the Jersey Devil. I don't think I've seen that one. Sounds cool, though. Found footage of the Jersey Devil. Yeah, the churches are really beautiful in Europe. I agree. I love the architecture in Europe. Yeah, it's a cafe ceiling. That very fancy ceiling is just like a random cafe that we walked into. Hearing your comments about our narrow streets and outer plumbing systems makes me feel the age of my continent. Yeah, but it's so just, there's something so cute and like quaint, and there's so much personality in that, I think. Okay, here's a little babushka with some fruit around her head that I had to take a picture of. And she's just poking out behind the alcohol bottles. That's so cute. And this is just a very cool photo of all the little houses. And then we're heading over there. Heading there. This castle. I think it's called Castle Black.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The observatory, yeah.
Yeah. There it is through the trees as we get closer. There it is. It is. Closer. Our band photo. This is a friend of Andrea's who is also Romanian, and she lives in Cork. So we had a guide in Cork, which was also very cool. And so she was showing us around and she took us here. Here I am posing with the Irish flag. I find Wendigo being quite a good metaphor of late stage capitalism. Lookout point. And then it was like out of nowhere, it just started raining and getting all windy. Little window. And here we are in a pub, getting a drink. Just sights around the pub. This is the toilet in the women's room. And it's so cute because I have this kind of like showcase with like old perfumes and soaps, kind of like antique stuff. And I think it's really funny that it's in with a toilet with the old style, like flushing toilets. What I know they have a name. I don't know what the name is, but it's like the gravity that makes the water go. It's a very antique toilet. And this is like one of the bars. I think we were here before earlier. Yeah. Red Zeppelin, I think it was. This is like down underneath because they have like a downstairs and it also has like a bunch of candles and stuff that they burn. Very cute. Best place I ever went in Europe is Tyre-Bron Castle, Dracula's Castle in Romania. If you ever go, do the private tour. I mean, I've been there like 5 times. I mean, I shit you not. Like, I have gone there like 5 times. The last time I went there, they like introduced some new room there where they like talk briefly about the Dracula movies because I think too many people went and were like disappointed that there wasn't more Dracula stuff. I thought that was kind of funny. But like the town of Braun is so cute. Like I love that town because it's also very quaint and it's got a little bit of like a touristy vibe, but it's very cute there. The cream of the crop rises to the top. He's talking about the Guinness. Talking about Guinness. Yeah. This is inside the bar. Okay, we're getting ready to get onto the airplane to fly back to London. Here we are in London. So my friend, Andrea, she never had cookie dough ice cream before because she grew up in communist Romania and not capitalist America. So she never had cookie dough ice cream. And since the UK is also capitalist, they do have cookie dough ice cream there. And she got to try it for the first time. And she liked it, right? Like, who doesn't love cookie dough ice cream?
That was so unnecessary.
What was unnecessary? It's true. Capitalism brought us cookie dough ice cream.
That's right. Yeah. Wasn't it Ben and Jerry?
It was Ben.
Somebody should look into Ben and Jerry's politics.
How long was I in Ireland for? We were there for 2 weeks. As you can tell, we like went all over the whole country. I think we were like 2 days in like most of the places. So yeah, it ended up being like 2 weeks. And then there is a rainbow. And is that the London Eye over there?
Yeah.
Poking up.
Yeah.
And a red bus. And Big Ben isn't in the picture, I don't think, but we were right there. We also took pictures with that, but they're not on here. There I am posing with obviously one of the iconic London phone booths, covered in stickers. There I am looking like I'm licking Andrea's drink. There I am wanting to lick the pizza. This was actually really cute because it's on this little boat that's on.
Yeah, I can link that.
Yeah. It's
called
is it on the Thames? It's like
Thames's Dock.
Yeah. It's very cute. Just a little floating old rickety boat, and they got beer and pizza there. Very cute. And then this was really cool. This Leek Street Archives. because through it, it's just this whole tunnel that has like all this amazing graffitis and artwork all over. Just enjoying the graffiti. Beautiful. This is so cool. The black and white, just graffiti artwork.
Yeah, we're just tourists
Loving
taking
it.
photos
Just
of random
tourists
art.
taking photos.
We don't know anything.
Just of the artwork that's there. I didn't put it there. I'm taking pictures of it.
Right.
This cute little... They actually had bars there, and of course, we had already just drank, so I was not ready to drink another beer, and next time I go there, I'm definitely going to get a beer in this tunnel, because it's very cute. And this amazing artwork, just beautiful. Beautiful work. And then that's the end of the trip, as you can see. Crying faces, very upset.
I'm gonna change the scene to just chatting. Okay.
Okay. From what I can tell, you guys had one big pub crawl all over Ireland and London. That's pretty much what it was, yeah. Just one big pub crawl of just Guinness.
I also got sick halfway through, so.
He got COVID. He got COVID halfway through the trip, and then he gave it to me on the last day. Thank God it was the last day. But yeah. And we didn't know it was COVID. We just figured it was a cold. And when I got home, I just took a COVID test just for shits and giggles. And then it was like positive. And I was like, oh, fuck, you had COVID. And I have COVID. Had COVID. Now I just had a cold. Because I did a test and it was negative for COVID this time around. What was my favorite place or memory of this whole trip? I would say... my favorites. I mean, I really loved Belfast. Belfast was just really interesting. And of course, you know, because I had the guide too, it made it more like fun and more authentic, right? I thought Galway was like really quaint and cute too. I really liked it there. It was just like very chill there. Like Dublin, I actually thought it was kind of funny because in Dublin, like when we went to get the beer, the bartender was like, when he was giving the beer to Attila, he was like, wow, that's interesting facial jewelry because he has like his septum and the earrings and stuff. And he was kind of like, what, you don't like see people? And this is like in a very touristy area.
Yeah, this is like the oldest pub in Ireland, right? Like it's Dublin and you think that they're more... I don't know, I just figured they saw more tourists. Right. They kind of look...
And he was kind of like, modified. Well, no, we don't really see people like this here. And it was like, what? Like, how in like Dublin, like one of the biggest cities, they don't really see modded people and stuff. That and to be honest, like walking around
the
whole
many.
Country, I really didn't see very many like alternative modded, tattooed, pierced.
Yeah, like the only modded person was that girl, and she ended up being from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, like we saw this girl that like stopped him and was like, "Oh my god, Ausrod, those are my guys. I'm from Pittsburgh." And so yeah, she was from Pittsburgh, so she wasn't even from Ireland. It was pretty funny. But yeah. But overall, like I loved all of it. Like the whole trip was amazing. It was up there with one of my favorite trips that I've taken. What was your favorite place?
I think the Aran Isles. I just think it was just so devoid of buildings and stuff. It's very raw and the seals, and then you finally rode a bicycle, which for me is like a huge highlight
too. Like riding the bike, it was like a good workout. I was like ready for that. But he was sick on the Aran Isles, and he had to ride that bike up and down those hills sick. Ugh, horrible for him. That was awesome. Thanks for sharing your trip. You are very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed. Is that a flail on the cosplay weapon table? It is. Let me get it. This was from my Witch Queen set. Isn't it cool? And this one is for my orange cosplay. I'll be doing. It's not. It's not heavy because it's like 3D printed, so it's actually light. I look forward to your eventual trip to Japan. I can only very warmly recommend it when you both have the means to do so. I seldom say it, but it truly was magical, at least for me. Oh, yeah. I mean, I imagine like Asia, Japan, China would be like so amazing. Vietnam would be incredibly cool too. I hope soon that things will. I feel naive saying that, but we can be hopeful, right?
All right. Should we end it here?
Yeah, we can probably wrap things up. I don't think we'll be gaming today. Kind of like this instead, but. Debating if I should do a Netherlands trip or Slovenia trip. To a lot of people swear Eastern Europe has a lot of cool places. Yeah, I mean Slovenia would also be so cool. I heard Slovenia is like hella woke now. Like they're like progressive as shit. They're on top of their stuff. So I think Slovenia would be a cool ass place to go.
Probably cheaper than the Netherlands.
Yeah, it would definitely be cheaper than the Netherlands.
And
but I mean, obviously the Netherlands
right.
would also be a very cool place to see and visit. I definitely think so. I wish everyone a good night, day, then. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I will wrap this up, and I thank you so much to everyone who came and tuned in again. I really appreciate
the new
it.
Instagram issue.
And oh yeah, I have a new Instagram for my clips, and you guys should go follow it because I don't want to link this to my other pages because I don't want to like give this page an STD since all of my other my other Instagram pages are like STD ridden by Instagram. They're like shadow banned to shit, and I'm pretty sure like if I link them together, it'll like give the page a negative thing. So, okay, and so this is it. It's RZRCNDTV because I didn't want to like also write Raver Candy in the username because I don't know if the username is also like on some list that automatically gets clapped. So yeah, this is the times we're living in. This is what we're having to deal with. So, yeah. And yeah, I hope so do you guys want me to do like another trip for the next stream? Should I do Italy or should I do
gaming?
What would you guys like for the next stream? Because there was Italy, there was
Yeah, I think so. I think next time we should do gaming and funny clips. I think we should do some React stuff.
Oh yeah. Because I can also do like React stuff where he can like show me stuff that's like funny and I can react to it and stuff like that. Yeah, any trip to a European country. I mean, I have many because I lived over there, so Yeah. Italy was like so cool because it's like this where we traveled like around and we hit like Venice and Rome and Florence. So that's why Italy would be fun because it's kind of like this. Yeah, that's right, France catacomb trip. Yeah, there's also that I have.
I think we should spread them out. Maybe
Yeah, I
do
mean,
some
we'll definitely
gaming
spread
and
them.
some maybe
Yeah.
funny stuff.
We can spread them out because it won't be as many photos as this. Like this one, we went crazy with the pictures. I think.
Yeah.
I can't
it was
remember.
just too many photos.
We always took so many photos. Yeah, as an Italian, I wrote Italy. Extremely beautiful discussion. Yes, Italy's very nice. The Sons of the Forest. I've never heard of that. Make an entire stream political cosplay as Che Guevara. We'll do it.
I mean, I think it's always.
I'm way too sexy as Che Guevara.
It's gonna be political anyway, no matter what we do. Right? Gaming, it doesn't matter. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, then maybe I'll prepare. I can do like a poll or something, and then we can see like what we'll be doing for the next stream. Yeah, talking about your experience living in Romania would be cool. I mean, that'll definitely happen as well. So yes. Thanks again. Thank you so much for coming, for tuning in, and for all the questions, for all the activity. It looks like they really want Italy.
That's fine.
That's the one I want to do because that one I still remember. And bye to everybody, and thank you so much. And yes, follow my Instagram so I can get this page growing and going. And have a good rest of your Sunday. And goodbye.